Shibupi.
Hi, welcome to session 1 of Dice of the Beholder, the Chronicles of Nidum. I am your host. My name is Richard Bryant. You can find me under gangrel_gaming on Instagram and many other places that will be on the website once my wonderful partner updates it. This is a homebrew campaign. It is mainly a home game. None of us are professional actors. None of us. I think I might be the only one who actually did performing arts of any sort. Well, no, my partner as well.
GCSE, bitch.
Oh yeah, we're British, by the way. Yeah. GCSEs. Think high school. But yeah, we have played together for over a year now. Enjoyed it so much that we decided we want to get other people to enjoy it with us. So this is our stream and welcome. And this is everybody else. In the top camera on the left you will have Charlie. To the right of her is some random guy she just met, Greg.
Yeah.
In the bottom camera on the left you have Emily, and on the right you have my wonderful, beautiful partner, long-suffering partner,
Millicent.
No.
That's not my name.
Amelia.
That's not fun.
So yeah, hey guys.
Hi.
Okay.
There's like a few seconds delay in it going out, so
Cool.
yeah.
15.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is as session 1. This is like mainly the biggest test for us because we don't know exactly how well this is going to work.
We don't know what we
Apparently,
We have no idea.
apparently the stream is working, but everyone else can connect to chat, but I can't. Streamlabs is being a bit strange at the moment, so I don't know why. But yes, this is a homebrew game. My friends have absolutely no idea what is in store for them, which is great.
And I'm scared.
After
what you pulled out of the bag last time, I'm scared.
But I think that they trust me, maybe, to guide them through this game. And there's going to be a lot of homebrew in there. The characters are starting off with a few homebrew feats that I've put in for it's world specific, and it will become more clear as to why as the storyline progresses. They don't even know why yet. But yeah, is everyone ready?
Nope.
Not at all.
No.
I think we should just end it here.
I need more HP.
Yeah,
only
it's
I
fine. Who is posting as Dice of the... Oh, it's Anya posting as Dice of the Beholder.
How?
no.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh well.
Anya, no posting. Okay.
Anya, stop posting. Stop.
Sniper, no
Get out of the
sniping.
chat.
Okay, we're ready.
And everyone else in the chat, be nice. She's 9.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, but yeah, is everyone ready to go?
Yeah.
No, I have too few hit points. I'm gonna die.
So we're used to having sort
We
of
haven't
70,
been level 1
80
for a
hit
very long
points.
time.
I currently have 10.
What hit points?
When was the last time you had this many hit points?
A year
Very
ago.
long time ago. I haven't Over been, a year ago.
Yeah.
I
When
haven't
we
been in
started
like
campaign 1.
double digits hit points for some time.
Oh, look at you with double digits.
Hey, they have 8.
Oh, I have 12 because I'm.
Please
You also have almost double the armor class, so well done.
Yeah. I do.
Okay.
Okay, if everyone's ready.
Yeah.
Okay. You were all born in a land of myth and legend. A land where dragons stalk the mountains and command the skies, or used to. Where direwolves and all manner of fey creatures used to command the forests, and there are very real reasons to fear the dark. You were born in Albion. Now for all of you though, life is relatively safe. You live in a town called Nidum. It is quite a small town. Others may call it a large village. But it's a quiet town with a very diverse range of inhabitants and races from all across the world, except one. The town of Nidum is a true community. Everyone works together for the common good and everyone does their fair share. Or more if your neighbour is not doing very well and needs a little extra help. Everyone helps everyone else. From one mother looking after the young of so many so that others can work, to banding together to build a new marital home as a gift for a newlywed couple. It is a very happy town that no one ever leaves. Needham is split.
Sounds threatening.
Yeah, it's going on very M. Night Shyamalan.
I was going to say, it's the village. M. Night Shyamalan's the village.
Nidum is split into two separate villages that make up the town. There's the walled market town, maintained for years beyond measure from what was once an old fort left by the men of Rome centuries ago. The town is run then and kept by the older generation. Only people over the age of 30 were permitted to go there, and they are the ones that greet the outsiders on the monthly market day. The younger generations then stay away, especially humans. As far as outsiders are aware, there are no humans in the town of Nidum. Second to the fort is the true town of Nidum, across the river, surrounded by a thick forest and almost invisible from a distance. This is the village of family homesteads, taverns and shops used only by the residents. This is where the young live and laugh and learn, where they thrive into productive members of the town and where they choose their path. The village is looked over by Knoll Manor, the stately home owned by the Lord of Nidum. He's not been seen in an age, but his laws and decrees, always benevolent, are handed down and passed on by his council and the sheriffs. They oversee the town, but most of all, they take a personal hand in the future of the town's young people. They are the rangers that take apprentices, and the wizards that take students, and the master-at-arms that teach sword and mace. Education is paramount for the young people in Nidum, but not of the outside world, at least not that much. Most of that knowledge is prohibited for anyone not of age. You get lessons in language, geography, just so you know where other places are, but not that much about them. And all religions are allowed and equally venerated as long as someone in the town worships. All cultures except one are taught, and lessons on all manner of monster and beast go along with them. Knowledge of far-off lands is given and absorbed, but only a vague history of the land surrounding Nidum is given. The true knowledge is held in trust for when you're old enough for the burden. This is generational. You've seen people move on from the town when they come of age and finally find out the secrets that are being kept from you. There are very few rules in Nidum because they don't have to be. Everyone knows what is expected of them for the town to thrive, and everyone understands their part. There are very few rules in Nidum, but there are some, but the need for them has not been seen in living memory. These are the rules that are set in stone of a mother's voice in your cradle, taught between nursery rhymes and lullabies. Rule 1, never raise your eyes to meet those of an elf. Rule 2, never raise your voice to an elf. Rule 3, never raise your hand to an elf. And the most important rule of all, never lead an elf to the town.
Did you forget about the rule where you do not talk about Nidum? I think those are actually the first two rules.
That's for you.
You find yourselves waking on the morning of Midsummer.
Okay.
It is the midsummer of the eve of the Day of True Knowledge. You are all old enough now that your masters, if you still have them, basically have found you ready to be told the truth about the outside world. You were all told, or invited, or asked by parents, masters, your employees, knowing that they will all go to town that day for the last market day to get in new provisions for the party that will be held tomorrow for your True Knowledge day. You were asked, or tasked with, going into a local glade that you're very familiar with. You used to play there as children in your off days. And to look after the rest of the younger generation than you, as the adults are away for the day.
Okay.
It is an easy enough morning. You spend a lot of time looking after the children, teaching them jugger, which is a local sport.
I am not teaching any children.
You really are.
Those of you,
Nor do I play jugger or even know what it is.
Nah, mate.
And as you look over the children and you get ready for it to be lunchtime, when you know that the market is at its fullest swing, just a mile away through the trees and over the river, you find yourself sitting in the middle of the day about to break for lunch. Introduce yourself. What are you doing?
We're with each other now.
Hmm.
We already know each other.
Yeah.
Are we introducing our characters?
Yes,
Is that
you
right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're aiming
You're
for?
just gonna make it really awkward for
Do
me.
you,
Yeah.
do you want to start?
Oh, why me?
I don't know. I've just met you. I wonder. I assume you're the
This is crazy. Here's my number. So call me.
You're so forward.
Accurate.
Go on. Tell us about Ariana.
So my name's Ariana. I'm 18. I would really rather be back in the shack right now. Well, I guess
The
I'm
shack?
not.
Baby.
Sometimes if Granny's not home. I'm a sorcerer. Sometimes it works. Sometimes what I want to happen doesn't happen and something else happens, or it does happen and something else happens.
Yeah, you're weird.
I'm gonna go sit under that tree and smoke. Bye.
I am Sepsis. I have been studiously avoiding talking to anybody other than Ace, and I am probably a little mysterious to most people here. I am very small, about 4 foot tall, and I'm very cloaked. I'm wearing a cloak that is clearly not made for someone my size, and my hood is pulled very far forward so people don't generally see my face. And yeah, I'm avoiding all of the rowdy, scary children, and just occasionally going over to Ace and making sure they're still there and they know where I am.
I'm a tiefling, by the way.
This is important.
I have horns.
You don't know what I am.
Yeah.
He's a cloak.
You're a walking cloak.
I'm-
You're tiny.
I am small.
Small
Small
I'm
seed
not-
must
I'm 4
must
foot,
protect.
I'm 4 foot tall.
I am 6 foot tall.
But yeah, I would be mostly keeping out of the way
I'm keeping in my shadow.
as much as possible.
I'm Ace. I'm a human. I work at the local smith, and mostly I'm just sort of hanging back, making sure, watching over all the kids, make sure there's no ruckus going on, and making sure everyone's safe and happy. Which I'm fairly relaxed at this time because why wouldn't they be safe and happy? And yeah, just a fairly short-statured, but quite strong-looking.
Like you're taller than Sepsis.
Yeah, 5'4". So
Taller than all of you.
You're basically a giant.
Tiny.
Oriana.
just a regular human.
So my name is Dice, and I have crazy red hair, lots of it. I really like cogs and how things work, and I love to look at them and see what makes them
The TV
tick.
show How Things Work?
No. What is a TV?
Good question.
I can make things appear on rocks. So I've grown up in Nidum my whole life. Oriana is my friend. She's a little sarcastic sometimes, but she's a good egg, really. I've never met Sepsis or Ace before, except maybe in passing Ace, but I've never
You've
met
been in the Smiths.
this short person before. Yes.
Keep it that way.
And I am playing with the children and running around and throwing balls, and I've been making sure everyone is okay all day and having a lot of fun.
As you are about to break for lunch, you do see two very similar looking halflings, one male, one female. They're around about 18, maybe. You can never really tell with a halfling. You pretty much know they're going to look this way for the next 100 years. And they are carrying comically large sacks on their backs as they walk from the direction of town in your direction. And you know these two to be Kif and Tiff. They are the children of the local bakers. And as they rush up to you, showing no signs of exertion whatsoever, and just kind of dump the sacks in front of you. Hello!
Have they had second breakfast now?
Alright.
Hi, Kev. How are you today?
Fine. We thought you might like some lunch.
That would be great. What have you got?
Well, there's breads and meats and what you want?
Wait, do we have to feed the children?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
It's what?
Surely,
Just
Imagine
checking.
that's where they're bringing it. Yeah.
surely the children can fend for themselves.
I
Not-
take,
Gonna do like a
Did no
Swift-
one explain what babysitting means?
I take a bread roll and I break it open and shove some meat and cheese in it. And then just whack it in a child's face. And then start making another one. Just
I'm
hand
better
it around.
babysitter than
The
Ariana.
child is very grateful,
Yeah.
and just even though it hurt, goes.
And just carry on making sandwiches and handing them to kids.
That's
You mean you're a
I should
vegetarian?
Just
Just
gonna
fucking
whistle
eat
over at
it.
the kids and be like, dinner time.
And then your remaining child does rush up
Yeah.
to you, and then quickly realizes that you're not the one making sandwiches, and
No.
rushes over to them.
Sepsis is foraging for mushrooms or berries or
Damn,
I'm
whatever.
gonna take a roll
Whatever
for
they can
myself
feed
with
themselves
some meat and also get some for sepsis and walk over to where you're foraging and be like, do you...
Actual food?
Yeah,
But that could be, I don't know then, that could be poisoned.
they're safe.
Mushrooms are good.
Okay, I'll keep it.
Yeah, they are.
Roll me a survival check.
Um,
First roll of the campaign.
Are you sure about those mushrooms?
Did we? I thought we talked about it being nature before. We definitely
I think it
talked
would be-
about
I
it
think it
being
would be
nature because I put points into nature specifically because of that conversation. that we had.
Yeah, we did.
Hey, it's a good roll. There's 18.
You find quite a large collection of edible mushrooms.
Okay, great. And if
You've been sent here before by your master.
Are
So
they
you know what
edible
you're-
mushrooms or are they edible mushrooms?
They're edible. Edible mushrooms. They're not edibles. They're
Any-
edible mushrooms.
if any child comes to shows any interest in my mushrooms, I immediately snatch them away.
The children are as put off by you as you are of them.
Excellent. Let's keep it that way.
You
Um,
look creepy.
While I'm looking for mushrooms, just so you know, I am also keeping an eye out for any herbs that I can use in my hobby, which
What
is
did you
poison
roll?
crafting. I rolled an 18.
Okay. You find some usable herbs for your hobby.
Yeah.
Sorry to be vague, we discussed this.
I was going to say,
off camera.
is that what you want me to put in equipment? Is some usable herbs?
Enough usable herbs
Sage,
for
thyme,
2 doses, but you're going to need
belladonna, just mixed in there.
you're going to need a kind of binding agent for them. So yes, you've got some herbs, but you need
Okay,
something to hold them in.
thank you. I'm eating mushrooms.
I'm eating a sandwich and looking at you like this.
I'm pretty sure that's wild
I-
garlic over there.
If
Wild
I-
garlic mushrooms.
Do I see you looking at me? Or are you trying to be?
I'm not trying to be obvious, but I'm not exceptionally subtle either.
And Tiff and Kev kind of sit down and break bread with you all. Are you looking forward to tomorrow?
Yes, so much. I can't wait. I just wish it was happening today.
What's tomorrow?
What?
What's tomorrow?
The day
Thing
of
of-
truth
yeah.
for all of us. Where we find out what's going on outside and why
yeah,
no one
no,
ever
that's
leaves.
yeah, no, of
And
course
why
I
the
know.
people who do
Yeah,
look
no,
really,
I'm-
like haunted and stuff.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Carry on. I understand what you're talking about.
Are you excited?
Of course. Are you?
Yes.
Then yes.
I look at you and go, oh.
Anyway, yes. What do you think they're going to tell us?
Maybe everything outside the walls is on fire.
I'm pretty sure we could see that or smell it.
I
Or
I wasn't really serious.
The monsters are actually just the village elders in. No, it's probably not that. I'm pretty hung up on this whole "It's M. Night Shyamalan's The Village."
I mean, maybe it's just all gone.
But
Well,
everyone
no,
else
because
outside
we
of Nidum?
get like travelers and stuff into the marketplace.
It's probably something about demons. Most secret knowledge is about demons. It's probably demons.
Maybe it's elves.
What are demons?
That's what
I don't know what a demon is. What is a demon?
Looks a little bit like
I don't
me,
know.
but nastier.
But you're beautiful.
They're not beautiful.
Well,
Ace
demons.
just blushes. Like, looks.
You're
Okay.
also beautiful.
No.
Nosebleed.
No.
Instant anime nosebleed.
Stop patting Ace's head.
Ace is like as rigid as a person can be. Just like,
Hello, Keeper. You want to be in the stream?
yeah.
So,
There is doggo in
are you guys excited?
I saw a dinosaur.
Chris, out you go.
I saw a dinosaur mask. I really want to wear it.
Okay, cool. Just don't break it.
Okay.
A dinosaur
Sorry
mask.
about that.
So, yeah, are you guys excited?
Well, I suppose, but it seemed like we're all really happy here now, the age we are, and as like kids and stuff. But like tomorrow we're going to be grown-ups, and they don't seem all that happy.
I mean, I technically stopped being a kid a while ago.
You are very disturbing.
Well, I didn't mean that.
Okay, so what difference does it make though? You don't have... Do we have to leave? We don't have to leave.
Why wouldn't we though?
No, but
I mean, I'm happy to, but I think maybe Kith and Tiff...
No, if you want to stay, then stay.
some people do get called into the service of the lords, and he cocks his head towards Null Manor, which you can see on the hill above.
Yeah.
Can't see anything wrong with servicing a lord.
Good.
You just can't leave it alone, can you?
No, that's actually her problem. She can't leave it alone.
Once you start, you can't stop.
Yeah, you're a Pringle.
Come on, what?
I want everyone to roll me a perception check.
Oh, good.
I don't
This is
want
why
to.
I-
It's really
this
Oh,
is
great.
why I-
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
It did not go well.
It was a 2.
Hey,
Mine's a little better than that, but not by much.
hey, remember how 6's perception checks were always like
Amazing.
30? I rolled a 16 for a total of 15. I rolled a 16 for a total of 15. Better than expected.
7.
12.
Okay.
I'm staring at the clouds.
I'm laughing at Oriana.
The clouds in the sky or the ones coming out of your
But
like,
both.
pipe or
I
whatever.
think the ones I'm blowing out of my pipe are joining the ones in the sky.
With your history, you are more attuned to noises that shouldn't be there.
Hmm.
As attuned as someone who is used to being struck is to someone creeping up behind them. And even on this day, with lots of chattering children, birds singing in the trees above you, you start to hear growls, distant but very quickly getting louder. And you are the only one who is not surprised.
Do I have a moment to react?
Mm-hmm.
I think I would take out one of my daggers
Okay.
and hold it up threateningly towards Kif or Tiff, whichever one is closer to me.
Okay.
Be like, did you bring monsters?
They look at you wide-eyed as you see.
No, I don't want to.
Bum, bum, bum.
Aww.
They're like 2
That's
foot
us.
tall. Why are you sharing? Why are you holding a dagger to them?
They're the same height I am.
What sorry, what is it then?
Kith and Tiff.
We
are the
currently
same
have
height
beard
as
cam.
You're all so
Ah,
small.
beard cam.
We did
Oh,
have
no,
Sorry.
this isn't beard cam,
Well,
this
that's-
is arm cam.
Yeah, there
Nope,
was
sorry.
arm cam.
Flex for the camera, bro.
Unfortunately, it's not our new minis because they're not here yet, but they will be here soon.
Yeah.
Yes, soon.
Yes.
We have minis
Soon
of our
we
actual
have-
characters.
You don't have to worry about putting honey on there.
Honey is not a combat character.
Honey-
No,
honey
honey
does
does
that.
not.
Kill her badger,
Yeah.
she will murder you.
Yes.
Okay.
Honey is almost permanently in a papoose.
Okay. Yes, so you were the only one not surprised when you see bursting out of the trees on the back of a horse.
What?
Another small.
A smaller horse.
No, a
A horse riding a horse.
Now that would be a surprise.
You see a small cloaked figure. Followed closely, bursting out of the trees,
Is that the small
by what you
figure?
both know to be direwolves.
Ooh.
Oof. Decline. No, thank you.
Alright, it's been fun, guys. I'm out.
When did the big dogs turn down?
Where are Kif and
Ariana,
Tiff in
pay
this,
attention.
Are they around?
Clifford, I don't have enough minis, I'll be honest.
Oh, that is a lie.
That you have so many minis.
I know, but
Pick
not to,
something
not to represent
Just use
about
2d4s.
15 children and...
Okay.
Okay.
Kif and Tiff stay with the kids.
Okay.
Ariana actually puts her pipe.
Tiff and Tiff don't really
Taps
have any
out her pipe
special
and puts
skills
it
and you're
on.
aware of
Yeah.
this.
Are they concerned by the presence of the direwolves? Or
Yes, they very
Right.
much are.
I imagine they might be reacting more swiftly to the
To
small
the
person with a
knife.
knife.
What you got there?
Ariana
As
actually
this
does knock
happens-
everything out of her pipe and puts her pipe away.
As this happens, the horse trips on something
That's fair.
and throws the rider.
Oh.
Ow.
Okay, I'm
A
gonna
very
go.
small squeal and yelp is let out as it hits the ground, unmoving.
Okay, Ace is gonna go up and be like, "You okay, buddy?"
Okay. I want everyone to roll initiative.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. I also rolled a 5.
No, you rolled a 5, then you've got +2 to it.
So-
Plus 1.
Oh.
This campaign is
Starting well.
It's
over,
off to a start.
over after session 1.
The
Everybody's
map
dead.
looks upside down to everyone in the chat. But we can't really fix that at the moment because we need to change how the camera shows. So
Never mind, who cares? It's fine.
yeah.
Can't
this-
we just turn the map around?
Well,
Yeah.
that would be crazy.
No, that makes
Wait.
perfect sense.
Who are you?
Wait.
Well,
Oh. God,
We're
might
trying
be
to fix
doing
the map
something.
issue.
Yeah.
I just talked to that camera
Okay,
because it's the one pointing at that. We're trying to fix the map issue.
Oh, I see what the yeah.
Yeah,
the
it does
actual
look upside
The
down.
thing
di-
needs
True.
rotating.
direwolves are large,
I think if we
right?
just rotate it, it should be fine, Reg.
Wait.
Okay.
No,
Wait.
you just
We
flipped
found
it.
another direwolf.
We summoned a direwolf.
You need to do it
Oh, no.
vertically, not horizontally.
That direwolf is
Direwolf
very big
jumps
relative
and
to
No,
our...
it still looks just as upside down.
Yeah, there we go.
Ah!
Yeah, remember the delay.
It's a small delay. With
I forgot how the internet works.
So
Yes,
that looks
thank
much better.
Okay, so
Can you see
Um,
No, you can just see us like petting under the table.
let's
You will be
let's
up.
let's
Okay,
let's go
initiative.
initiative. Hang on.
Oh, it's so good. It's such a good initiative. It's amazing.
My initiative is amazing. I am on the ball and I know exactly what is happening.
I'm still too busy putting my pipe out.
You Frank.
Okay.
No,
So
I am
Vaguely European.
vaguely European.
Yeah.
Yes. Because this is Albion, so
You're not allowed
I'm
to
from
be-
somewhere.
Not allowed to be European. Albion voted to leave.
The EU.
And the rest is.
Stop making this political.
you are Chalimoise.
I am Chalimoise. It's a bit like framboise, but that would be raspberries.
Be like,
Okay, well, I don't discriminate.
If I could keep up doing a French accent, I would join you, but I can't.
It's okay, it's because that's where my parents, their heritage. Do you know what? Direwolves.
Initiative, were you...
what is your initiative?
Perception for small child again.
Sorry about that. Okay.
You don't have to apologise for having children.
No.
No.
Actually, he really does.
Okay.
No.
25 to 20.
Don't be
So go.
Doggo and the creep.
You heard us. You heard us despair.
Okay. 20 to 15? 15 to 10?
Ooh, me! I got a 14.
Whee!
No.
Okay. And 10 to 5.
Oh, 6.
Ace, then dice.
Oh dear.
Uh,
And then finally, Orion.
1.
Oriana did not.
I rolled a 1 and I have 0 to my initiative. I am high as hell, man.
This is what you get for being stoned when there is combat
I
happening.
think the die walls are not actually
Okay.
there.
They're like, oh, that's a fun trick.
Okay,
Let's see one of those.
so the first thing you see
Yes.
is that the lead direwolf sniffs the air, turns towards you, and starts to make its way over.
The first nat one.
Mm.
It seems to be stood behind Oriana.
That is going
Would I have
to.
made the movement before the
No,
initiative?
'cause
or
we
were
not?
surprised.
Okay, I just sort of called over and was like, hey, buddy, you okay?
Hey, remember all the hard work you did designing this character and like writing a backstory and stuff? That's a shame.
Yeah.
I am so sad that she is not
Okay.
going to be with us for more than one session.
It's going to.
Hit it with your best shot.
It's going to attack you once.
That could be enough, dude.
That is a 12 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
I'm stoned and I've got my back to it.
Oh my god, she's got 8 hit points.
Mm.
That's fine. It's going to do. It's going to do 7 points of damage.
And Oriana retires from adventuring.
And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
This is why I didn't want to come out of the shack.
This is why I
Smart
don't
move.
leave.
This is why I don't go outside. Strength saving throw. 19.
19. You feel as the teeth kind of bite into your leg, you feel yourself losing balance, but as it then rears back and releases you, your foot finds the ground again and you are not knocked prone. It is
Okay, well now I'm not high. Ow!
Sepsis' go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
New character, who dis?
This is kind of alarming.
I will.
That's because you've got a heal with you.
From what you know of my character, what do you think?
I do.
I will cast a spell.
Okay. What are you going to cast?
Chill touch.
Okay.
Or should I go? No, I'm going to start out by not being a total asshole. Yeah, chill touch, and I'll cast it on the direwolf. Do I get any sense of where the other direwolf is looking?
Both of their attentions seem to have been caught by you.
Yeah, but like, is it looking at anyone in particular in the party? Do I have? Am I able to like
So
have
let's
any
make
kind
the
of
next.
insight into where it might attack? At all?
Not with your previous perception roll. You can use another one if you want.
Would that be an action?
No, I don't like the perception rolls when you're looking around.
I agree. It's actually quite good. 17.
17.
Yeah.
The direwolf that hasn't just attacked Oriana
Yeah.
is very much focused on those two.
Sweet. That's great. I don't care about it.
Cool.
I am going to first off. I will move. Is this Ace? Presume this is Ace.
Yes.
I'm going to move directly behind Ace.
Okay.
The
children scatter.
Let's
as you
presume that
run into
I'm
them.
one square behind Ace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because squares.
Because squares.
And then
I'm
I'm going
saying
to
it's
cast
squares,
Chill
but
Touch on the
squares.
direwolf that has attacked Oriana.
Okay.
Oh, 17. Does
17 hits, yeah, roll for them.
That's 1d8. 2. 2 damage, and it will have disadvantage. No, that's undead. Can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
2 damage.
Yes, not that I suspect it would.
Okay.
It has a ghostly skeletal hand clinging to it for flavor.
You kind of feel the hair going up on the back of your neck, Dice, as this horrible, chilling wind just brushes past you, and as you look in the direction that it went, it just grabs onto the. You see this spectral kind of icy hand grab onto the dial's fur, and the dial yelps and kind of tries to rear away from it. It is Ace's go.
Okay. I'm assuming I can get over to the direwolf that just attacked Oriana with 3 movement.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
What, 2?
Yeah.
2, 1, 2.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I didn't think you'd go in that
You
way.
would have had that
Diagonal.
diagonal. 6 squares.
Yeah. So yeah,
You hear
I'm
an
gonna-
indignant sound from behind you as you leave section.
I'm gonna draw my longsword
Mm-hmm.
and attack the direwolf.
Excellent. Go for it.
So let's go with that. That is a 21 to hit.
21.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Cool. And that is 1d6. Wait, no. 1d8. I'm looking at the wrong things. Right, so that is 8 damage.
8 damage. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, it's a good start.
Any bonus action?
I'm not going to step away from it because that will be attack of opportunity, so I'll stay where I am.
As it then rears away from the chill touch, it just turns, and as it does, sees you rushing towards it, and just smack it across the face, and it just growls. And now, as it sniffs the air, it completely ignores Oriana, and it is focused on just you.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
It is Dice's go.
Okay, so I will move over next to Oriana, and I'm going to grab a piece of paper out of one of my bags,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to tear it in half, and then slap both halves onto Oriana's back and
Mhm.
cast Cure Wounds.
Cure wounds.
Cure Wounds.
Okay.
At the first level, because that is all I have. So you have your full hit points back.
Hey, thank you.
That's okay. That's all I can do.
Okay. And as you feel yourself like have the life breathed into you,
The other one comes over and bites my ass.
you are scared that that is about to happen.
Just one moment, okay.
But you do. You are somewhat, I suppose, relieved to discover that the direwolf that has rushed in behind you also seems to be completely ignoring you and is going to make a strike against Ace. But it now has pack tactics. Okay, that's going to be a 18 to hit Ace.
Yeah, 18 armor class.
18 hits. That's going to be 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Hey, do you guys remember when we had like hundreds of hit points? I
Oh,
remember.
no, yeah.
It was
It
real
was
great.
so
I missed my 178 hit points.
I mean, it was way more than that in practice as well, because you had like 2 wild shapes and polymorph. Like,
I feel like we're
so many
flanked
hit
now.
points.
I went to parent for a minute, and now we're all flanked.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what happens when you have kids.
My head
You get
That's the
flanked.
direwolf's go.
Yeah.
Oriana.
Who got hit the
I'm
second time?
so the one that bit
I
me.
had 7 taken.
Mm-hmm.
I will use Ray of Frost.
Okay.
This is where things get interesting.
I have no other attacks, so
Okay.
Got quite a goal.
That's
range.
also arranged.
Yeah, good one.
I am a spellcaster.
You could disengage and move away. Okay.
There's a one in there.
Yeah.
Living.
So it is. Oh shit! I've forgotten how everything works.
Plus 6. So
17 to hit.
17 hits, yeah, roll for that.
The other question is do you want me to roll for wild magic?
I did have this.
No,
page
you don't.
open.
It's a cantrip, so you don't.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's only
Oh, it's
spells
only
at
level 1,
level
that's
1 or
true, yeah.
above that you
That's
roll.
not a D8.
You're fine. Yeah.
3
While
points
you're
of
doing
damage.
that, DM's just going to leave for a second.
Well,
I
you're
did 3 points of damage.
He's telling the children to be quiet. We don't normally have
I
this.
think he's telling the children not to murder each other.
Yeah.
One of them's in the hole. They can't murder each other if they try. Yay, world magic. Yay, world magic!
Yeah.
We're kind of hoping it'll be interesting.
I'm
I've
hoping
been
that she
both
casts
like-
Fireball centered on herself and we all have to roll new characters.
No, I like Oriana.
I know, but I have a character concept I really want to use.
At the moment, we would be.
I don't.
You love
I'm
this
not
I
a
do.
spellcaster player, so I'm.
Do you know
really
who I
very
always...
close to damage.
Character.
You know who I always love more than my current character? My
The next
character.
3 points of damage. You see, again, bolstered by the spectral hand that's already on it, a chill start to take the direwolf, and it goes back to the top of the round. That
Is
direwolf.
that direwolf still alive?
Yeah.
It's got like more hit points than all of us combined.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Second direwolf was bottom of the round. Okay.
Why are you hitting us with this?
And it's ooh.
And you?
And you?
Hello.
It's going to be a very meaty street.
It's an advantage, and it rolled a 1 and a 2.
Hey.
When
We
attempting
like
to attack dice. And it accepts this as well.
Okay.
You see as the direwolf
It
just
does
kind of
not hit.
lunges towards you. It lunges towards you just as you were touching Oriana, and it just put the direwolf off, and it snaps past your leg.
In which case, as a slight reaction, I go, that was lucky.
Yeah, that's laughed.
I am afraid.
+1 fear.
Yeah. Hi, Steve. I am afraid. As
My tea's gone cold.
oh no, I'm not going to roll anything. Why don't you roll this time? Because I'm gonna do a poison spray.
You can do a poison spray.
I'm going to do poison spray
Okay.
against the other direwolf. I presume I'm within 10 feet of it because I said I was like I'm on this square.
Yeah,
But there's
it's
no
the
room
rings-
to
the
be on
rings
that
are
square,
there.
so yeah.
Okay, so that's Constitution.
That is a Constitution saving throw.
What's the save?
It's pretty high. It's 13.
Woohoo! That is incredibly high. Okay.
Fail.
Yes.
Roll
Get
for damage.
some poison damage in you. A 2 again. Exciting. That's the second lowest number out of 12 that I could have rolled, and then I'm going to move back.
Even further back.
Is this
Okay.
is this actual water back here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I would
Go
not
on
move.
the.
Go on the
Yeah.
pier. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a pier that goes backwards. Oh no, that's.
I'm not going out on the pier.
Yeah,
I'll be
okay.
trapped. 2, 3.
That would be
4,
stupid.
5.
I mean, you
6,
don't have
7.
the lowest intelligence in this group.
And Ace.
So Ace is going to again take the longsword, attack the direwolf that was
Already, yeah.
in front of me.
Okay.
Can I? No, it's okay. I was going to make a suggestion.
Oh, that's not going to be a hit.
Oh no.
That was 2. Shout out to 2.
So 7.
7.
7. Sorry. No. Yeah, 7 in total.
Unfortunately, this is swing and a miss. The direwolf kind of dodges out of the way just under the swing of your blade. You almost hit Oriana standing next to you, but you just stay your blade as it comes really close. Dice.
Can I do?
So
Oh, sorry.
I was
bonus
going to
action.
say, can I bonus action punch the wolf?
no, not
No.
unless you have.
You have to do. That would be 2 weapon fighting,
That's
and you
no
have a
action, this
shield.
one.
Ah, yeah. Okay. I'm used to having too many.
Yeah.
I'm going to move around within combat range of the direwolf
Mhm.
to this side.
And you're going to take an attack of opportunity from the other direwolf.
Why?
Because you were
Yeah,
in
okay,
contact with
contact.
Alright,
Yeah.
okay, go on then.
Yeah.
I want the advantage.
it. Fair.
That is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yes, that hits me.
Okay.
Roll low, roll low, roll low.
Yes, believe it
roll
or not,
low.
your 22 hits the level 1 character.
As you're about to move away, you are hit for 5 points of damage. As it
Okay.
takes a chunk out of your calf as you try to move away from it.
Ow! Bastard! Okay.
Terrible language. For a
Awful
team.
language. Absolutely terrible. One should never swear. I
I
have
mean, she's
advantage on the
18,
attack,
so-
yes?
Mhm.
We're going to hit it with Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
So it's a melee attack. It's a natural 20.
Okay, nice.
Thank you.
They should have advantage.
And that is
Oh,
going
well,
to
yeah,
be
you use a
we
range
could
spell.
do
You use a
12.
weapon to start.
12 damage.
Yeah.
12 damage.
12
You only
damage.
have plus one to
Okay.
that, but you
Is it
can
still
have
alive?
advantage, so-
Yeah.
Okay. These are hard.
Yeah, I don't like these guys, and I would prefer not to have to fight them anymore. please.
Okay.
Okay, so that was everything I can do. That's it.
Okay, shocking grasp. The direwolf now is in an incredibly precarious position. It's cold, and you see it just spasm as you see its entire body just racked by like crackling electricity, and it's starting to look much worse for wear.
12 damage with a natural 20. What the fuck is this?
It's the other direwolf's turn. The other direwolf is going to change its focus and is going to go for Ace, and is going to roll a 17.
17. Miss.
Okay.
Yay! It didn't hit someone!
Hooray!
Yay!
It tries to come around you and get you from behind, but you just parry it off and just slam your shield into its head, and it just kind of shakes itself off and just growls at you. Oriana.
Get hacked, wolf.
I take my quarterstaff off my back,
Mm-hmm.
I rear it back, and I'm whacking that wolf across its head.
Which one? The one away from me or the one between me and you?
The one between me and you that I get advantage on.
Cool. Yeah. Advantage because she's flanked.
That's why I moved.
It's not going to be a hit, my dude.
No, that's an 8.
No, unfortunately, it does. You hit like a particularly, I don't know, thick part of its fur, and it almost just bounces off its hide. There's no damage, unfortunately. And
Can I bonus attack?
No. There'll be 2 weapon fighting. You don't have a second weapon.
I have daggers.
Yeah, but you're not using a light weapon.
It weighs 4 pounds.
It doesn't have the light property.
We will come to this later. It's fine.
that direwolf, sensing it's in danger, attempts
Runs away.
to move away.
Attempts to provoke 3 attacks of
Wonderful.
opportunity is what you mean there, I believe.
Yeah.
It's only an animal. It's not that smart.
Do we still get advantage on this?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm going to try and hit it with
That's
my...
better.
That's much better.
Yeah,
17?
17 hits.
And a 22.
So that is...
It's not provoking one from you.
Really?
It's
It's
still
right
within-
in front of me.
Still connecting to your base.
Sorry, mine would be with disadvantage normally because I'm going to hit it with my crossbow, but I'll just roll a single.
4
Because
points
it's within
damage.
60 feet, so it's too close.
No, just if it's within base contact. You don't.
Oh, that's
No.
okay then.
4 points of damage.
Even better. Natural 20 again.
No. What he meant was, it's just if it's within base
Yeah, no,
contact,
that's
it's
fine.
disadvantage.
This is correct, it's
Yeah, but
advantage.
she only rolled once, so that's correct.
But she rolled 2.
She's-
No, I rolled 2.
Did you? Oh, right, okay.
It's fine. Yeah. 11.
How much damage? 4. What did you do to hit it with the quarterstaff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I bloodied the toe.
As you release, you see the quarterstaff swinging. Your crossbow bolt hits the quarterstaff and knocks
Sorry.
it, and the quarterstaff crushes the back of the direwolf's skull, and it just comes sprawls on the floor in front of you. As the yelp dies down, because it almost pierced your ears, you can now hear the screaming of the children as they run off towards town.
It'll be okay. We've got this.
Okay.
Are they screaming because I killed it, or...?
No, they're screaming because they're
Sepsis.
terrified.
Okay.
Oh.
They're sepsis.
I'm still in range to do a chill touch, so
Way
I will.
over there.
That's a natural 20, my dude.
Woo! Look at that.
It's a natural octopus.
Very nice.
Well, a kraken, yeah.
I know what it is.
We aren't sponsored.
I was doing a. I don't know. I was doing a joke.
Kraken does.
Do
Not
I
as
get you
fun.
feel bad for killing the dog?
No, not spawn.
Not
Hey, I can finally roll.
Hey.
That's
The doggy
12
just wanted to
damage
Total.
on the critical. Yeah, 12 total.
Okay.
Alright, don't shade my damage.
I did.
That would have killed any one of us.
It would have killed me and then some.
I killed a direwolf with a 4.
By the bow.
And I'm going to continue moving away.
Okay.
You're gonna
Me
need-
too.
You're going to need
Okay.
some more map if this goes on
Both of us.
longer.
Why do you keep moving away?
Because he's terrified and they're massive.
Sepsis is very small.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm
interested
gonna do
in being
that. It's okay.
involved.
Much
You're
owl.
like
Out
out
of range soon.
That's the goal. The
Your
goal
knife
is to be
range.
out of range.
No, it actually won't be able to be seen on the camera.
Oh, right.
I should have probably mentioned which way is town.
That one.
Sweet, that's
The
where
way you're
yeah,
running.
that was the plan.
Yeah, it
the
is
plan
the way
was
you're
to
running.
run away.
That's
I'm on my way.
it's a good plan.
Yeah.
Okay. It is Ace's go.
Oh, don't
Okay,
worry.
yeah, Ace is gonna get into contact with the direwolf that's behind
Mhm.
them and attack. So roll.
Would you-
That's a natural 20.
This is how we play D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you have to do is get really good
How are
at
the dice?
producing good
No.
random numbers.
Greg, do you have the dice gel with you today?
No, sorry,
No. I thought no. The one day I figured, oh, we won't bring it.
The one day I need dice gel.
mate. Your dice look so pretty.
They do.
Those are some very
So
aesthetic
you-
dice.
1d8.
I can't even think of a way to show the camera.
You could show the battle camera.
Maybe that one would pick it up.
Yeah, but you double the dice for the natural 20. So it's
No.
12 and
12 and 3, so 15.
I don't know.
I've got a weird border on it.
15
My
damage. Damage.
15?
You could put it in front of the camera and then the battle camera can see it.
that
Heck,
should
that
show
one.
it, I think.
It is looking exactly as messed up
Hang on.
as the other one was just before
You can
Oriana
see it all the way
broke
through.
its skull.
Okay, you can see them. They're very pretty.
Ace says, heck that wolf.
Dice.
Hey, language.
So, I am going to. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Then I am going
Sweet,
to attempt
sweet
to touch it with Shocking Grasp. I forgot to say before. So this is a glove with paper embedded in it that has arcane symbols in it, and I use it to reach out and touch the doggy bug.
Reach out and touch dog.
That's good. That's really good. 21.
21.
No,
Hit.
21 to hit.
Yeah, 21 hits. Yeah.
And that's 8 damage. Very
And
good.
as it's about to rear forward and strike back against Ace, who just dealt it a terrible blow, it just freezes, and what Ace can see is just lightning just dancing between its teeth as it has its mouth open towards you. And
Ace
as
does
it collapses to the
concern.
floor in front of you all, I want the three of you near it to roll me a perception check.
I don't want to. 12.
Nat 20?
Nat
Hey, Ariana's no
Total
longer
of-
stoned.
14. Total of what?
Nat 20. It's
Total
20.
of 20.
It's totally 20, yeah.
12.
Normal
It
ones.
is.
Yeah.
Medical ones.
Once I'm prescribed, so.
It's wearing a collar.
Oh, we killed the baby!
It's,
I cover Honey's eyes.
as it kind of falls
Ace starts to have, like,
and just
a
like
crisis.
its corpse just twitching, you notice that it's wearing a collar and it is of incredibly fine maple.
Has it got a tag on it?
No.
See, you know, it's the law to put a tag on your dog.
I don't think it's.
I don't think that's the Lord Nidum.
Ace
coming.
is now on their knees, very upset. oh no.
Kif, Tiff,
Okay,
as you look
calm down,
around,
it's just a dog.
As you look around, Kif,
It's
Tiff, and the
somebody's.
children are gone, running
It
towards town.
attacked us.
What about? Oh,
Can I go
is
and
it,
see the
is
little
it that
person?
that one's? Does it belong
He
to
was
them?
running
Oh,
away, I
no.
think. But can I go and see the little person?
Yeah, of
please?
course you can.
Are they alive, dead, or indifferent?
Yeah,
Roll
Ace is
me
gonna-
a medicine check.
Oh God, that's
Scramble
not my
over
forte.
to the person.
It's not my
Well-
forte anymore, too. Are they alive, dead, or indifferent?
Well, you rolled a 2.
Or are they two?
So
I have
can't
no
tell.
idea.
You have no idea.
Okay, can Ace run
soldier
over and
on
check
over.
them?
However, roll me a perception check. The DC is really low.
To spot whether they're breeding or
It's a
not.
natural one.
You're not even sure whether this thing is
Ace is going to take over from here.
is
and
a
we-
life form.
I poke it.
Ace rushes over.
Ace is doing perception and gets a 7.
That
This
might
is
be
good.
enough.
Oriana is
7
made
on
away
a
of
perception
as well.
check.
7 on a perception check.
Yeah, they're
it
breathing.
looks like a child.
Oh,
Oriana's
no.
going to have a look as
Oh
well.
no!
Am I rolling perception or medicine?
It depends which one you want to roll first.
I'll take medicine.
Okay.
Is it alive? Is it alive? Is
I
it
don't,
alive?
I don't know.
Check if it's alive.
I'm just
It's
gonna.
not one, but like, it comes to 5.
I'm
You
gonna.
can't- I'm not using these dice again.
Put them in
Fine.
jail.
That one, this is skill check, so it's not a
You can't
critical
crit
fail.
fail a skill
Yeah.
check.
It's. They might be alive. Still warm.
I'm gonna give
Okay.
you an update.
I'm gonna
from,
shake 'em.
I'm
Just
gonna
be
give
like, hi! Panic!
I'm going to give you a quick update from Camp Sepsis. Here. I am very slowly approaching,
Yeah.
so I'm probably here
By now.
watching
Okay.
what's going on over there.
Perception of 13.
Perception of 13.
Yeah, just no,
But
that's fine.
critical
Just keep
roll
rolling.
dice
It doesn't
works.
matter.
My critical roll
Nothing.
dice works.
That's fine. You can tell it's probably still warm, not quite sure it's alive. And you notice, as the only one who actually thought to pull the small child's hood back, that it's an elf. As a booming voice comes from behind you all. Step away from the prince.
Okay.
Happily.
Ace is
And as you
Raise the floor, hands
looking at
up.
the floor, not engaging in eye contact with
This
where
would
the
be-
voice came from.
this would be funny
Sepsis
to
has
hear
stepped
anyone else.
away.
as you
I
two
throw down my weapon and go, I surrender!
stepping out of
Oh no.
the trees,
We really mean no harm
Apparently
at
fallen
all.
from the trees.
Twice.
standing on the ridge above the glade.
We don't know any of this because we're not looking up.
I have a request.
Stop putting down minis.
No, that's not it.
Things have so
I
escalated.
mean, that's also
It
a
was.
request.
May I attempt to hide?
He's really far away.
In the water. Splash. Just a
rock.
Texas is quite far.
I'm gonna roll a stealth check. I rolled a 14. Am I a bit hidden?
Maybe.
And
It's
the
just
bush.
a cloak lying on the ground going,
You're very
I'm not
small.
here.
Yeah, I
You're
remember
small.
that I am very small
No.
and I'm far away,
Your
and
size.
there's no reason why they would be paying attention to me currently because I'm nowhere near their prince.
Yeah.
It's true.
Please.
They're very focused on
I
us.
love how me and Amelia still
That's
sat
okay.
here with our hands up.
Please, Mr. DM.
This is
I
fear.
would, but
Genuine fear.
Okay.
I would be, but my wrist hurts.
You can't really tell which one of
And
them
Emily's hand.
gave the shout as you turn around and you see all these elves emerge from the trees. And as you watch them emerge, they bring to their hands, almost magically, bows that just appear in their hands.
I sit on the ground and put my head down.
And a line
Yeah.
of what seems to
just
be
joins in,
glowing
doesn't it?
arcane energy is drawn back instead of an arrow as they point them all at you. And you very quickly determine that the voice was very probably coming from the man flying the Pegasus down
Hey, it's Arrow.
towards you.
And I'll tell you.
Hey, it's Arrow and Altair. They were great. Last campaign,
None
sorry.
of you know.
None of you
Those
know.
people are. I'm sorry.
Sepsis is continuing to
Arrow
slowly
was my
move
name.
away.
I know.
Well, actually,
Stealth.
hang on a minute. I should ask, does Sepsis know that they are not effectively hidden? I suppose they wouldn't.
That's a walled, kind of old, run-down building.
What is where, sorry?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, so I'm... Okay.
You hide it, yeah.
You
might be hidden.
So Sepsis might try and slowly creep up to, like, behind there.
Sepsis is a
To
rock.
try and put that between them and anyone... Everyone.
As he walks over to you, he effectively just shoulder barges you out of the way. Doesn't even look you in the eye.
I cheerfully
We're
roll
all
That's,
everywhere.
that's
Yeah.
fine, yeah. We're not looking, okay, we're looking down.
Stands over the child, reaches down, touches him, utters some words, and you see a greenish glow appear in the palm of his hand just as it kind of
This is all
shakes.
peripheral because I'm trying my best not to make direct.
As it kind of shakes the small child, and the child draws breath and looks up, and just I'm sorry, teacher. I wanted so much just to let the horse loose. I do not know what happened. Yes, quite. We shall chat about this later. You, and he looks at Oriander. Look me in the eyes, child. Who are you and where are you from?
Oriana Deverock
What does he do?
from the town over there. Because I can't remember the name of it.
And this town, bring me a map.
No.
And you see this one here rush forward, and she brings him a map, and he looks at it. There is no town here, just a small side of the road market, Nidum.
That's
Yeah, that's
where we're
it.
from.
Yeah.
The market. Sorry.
And that's where you're from, the market.
Yeah.
We grew up with some of the traders.
Roll me a perception check when she speaks.
This fucking dice is going.
It was a one again.
It was a nat 1 again. I don't know why I'm rolling with that.
No, everyone roll me a perception check sorry,
okay.
when she speaks, including you.
So you'll have to, because apparently my dice can only do nat 1s.
Including me.
Yeah, same.
I'm not.
Both of you at 16?
Yep.
Trying as hard as you can not to make eye contact with them, even as you speak, you can feel your eyes kind of flicking to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And every time he hears Dice's voice, you don't notice, but you both do. You can see his hand tense by his side, and you can see his jaw clench.
I go silent.
He looks like he's about to draw a weapon, but then thinks better of it.
I go
It's
silent.
a small market.
You haven't noticed.
We really
I noticed.
Oh, you
I
noticed.
added.
I trust that you have some way, signal of having your property stay silent.
Yes.
If you could give it.
I just sort of glance at dice and then kind of look back.
Anyway, Warden, take the child. I'm so sorry, teacher. Please don't tell Father. We will discuss this later, Prince. Go with Warden, Your Grace. There is business. Go back to the caravan. I need to see this market place. You are all under arrest.
I'm going to.
Not be arrested.
I'm going to do a thing.
Gonna
This
decline
okay.
that arrest.
I am going to use prestidigitation, which you can instantly light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire. I'm going to use it to set fire to the little hut I'm hiding behind.
Okay.
So I'm basically starting a campfire at on where a wall of the hut is, lighting a campfire there.
Can prestidigitation be used to create?
It
light
says
a candle.
you instantaneously light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
Okay.
Mm.
If
I
you
thought it
light
was-
a
sorry, I
campfire,
did the snuff out part. Okay. Yeah. So a fire starts burning.
Yeah.
Small campfire.
Mhm.
Okay.
Does he
It's
look
still-
I mean,
distracted?
it's going to take them a while to notice.
Yeah.
Let me
This is
know.
still on the floor. Just like.
Can I check for when they become distracted?
Yeah.
And
Come,
I can't-
bring them.
What,
And they start to move
what
out
are we
of.
being arrested for?
For now, I'm assuming unlicensed use of magic, especially by that of your slaves, which is punishable by death. But I will have
You're
an
the slave.
all of you. But I will have an explanation first. And they start to move out of the trees.
I mutter under my breath. Fuckity, 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 fuckity.
And I elbow you in the ribs.
And they
Very quiet.
continue.
Yeah.
You can't.
They
do this.
basically
I can
continue
take
to
it out,
hold
like-
arrows on you.
Last time I got arrested,
Passive
it was not this
perception.
severe.
Um,
the last time I was
my lord,
arrested,
my
it
lord,
releases
my
damage.
lord. Fire.
Yeah, I'm using
And you
the.
hear-
I'm actually using prestidigitation to create little puffs of wind to direct the smoke over towards the teacher one.
Okay.
In order to try
We have a
and...
Pegasus.
We have a Hulk?
No, I don't see how we're going to be able to run from this. Unless we set them on fire. I can't see.
I mean, don't put it past Skeks.
Hang on, let me give me...
Sepsis, not Skeks.
I need to see...
I mean, I could just try some magic and see what happens. Maybe I could do a
Well,
fireball.
that would be unlicensed.
But also, you might do
And
many
prepare
other
for a
things
pack.
because wild magic.
Do you know what? Right now. Thing is, we're all really
That could
injured.
help us.
If I get hit with one arrow, I'm basically dead.
Same.
So that's my concern.
I don't think it's arrow.
I also kind of I can't say
Also,
any of
Ace
this
is
to any
too
of
good
you.
boy TM to want to do anything at the moment other than be like, yes, okay, I'm arrested.
Like, okay. like a little bit of the smoke kind of...
It's a small puff
there's-
of wind.
It's a
I'm
small
just
puff of
trying
wind.
to create
It's
small
kinda
puffs of wind.
Yeah, like, okay. Like the
It's
kind of
it's only a cantrip. I'm
My-
doing
my-
what I can.
My lord,
True.
my lord, there's a fire in that structure over there. The smoke's behaving rather oddly.
No, it's just normal
Oriana.
wind. There's just a bit of wind.
Ariana being a bit of a dullard that she can be sometimes goes, I mean, with that much smoke, you could probably piss that fire out. In fact, I could do with a piss.
Okay.
Both of us are just like very.
As this is happening,
Oh god, there was
Why
someone in the
not
chat,
use
wasn't there?
alignments?
you feel a hand on your shoulder.
Oh good.
If you trust me, Sepsis, I can get you out of this. And then...
It's Tarbor! Kate's husband has arrived!
Shh! New campaign! And you turn your head and you see Gruffith standing behind you. As if from nowhere.
I don't
You don't what?
trust him. Trust you.
I don't trust you, is what Greg's saying right now.
Sepsis probably has poison spray like ready to go against Gruffith. Was this you?
You're a suspicious little bastard, aren't you?
Yes, Sepsis, it was me. I decided that
Poison spray.
hundreds of years... Genuinely. I decided that hundreds of years of keeping this town hidden could be destroyed in one day by putting you all out here in the path of a randomly arriving elven child.
There's no need to be sarcastic about it.
Stay here. And he steps out from behind the building. And as he steps out from behind the building, you see him sweep his hat from his head. And as far as you can tell, Gruffith is an elf. Pointed ears and everything, which is very old. As he steps out from behind the trees, behind the shack, he goes, Talor Valesh Nalaj.
Alrighty then.
And you all know from your childhood lessons that that is a standard greeting to a better in Elvish. And he turns, and the man who has been addressing you, or the Lord who has been addressing you, turns, sees Gruffith, and gives him a slight nod, to which Gruffith responds with a much deeper bow.
The bomb's still on fire. The shack is still on fire.
Like, oh really? I
It's
can
made
put
of,
this on
it's
it.
made of wood and stone.
The house.
So-
The house. Sorry.
My lord, I apologise, and his voice completely changes. This is not a Gruffith you've heard before. My lord, I very much apologise. It seems that we have had some very gifted among us that were kept secret from us by the residents of our small market village, and we did not know. I prostrate myself before you, and hope that we can find or give some small recompense in town. If you would just follow me. And the man kind of looks at you. They said it was a small marketplace. And Griffith replies, well, of course, compared to the great elven towns of the east and the continent, it is but a small hole in the ground. But
Oriana just stood behind one.
but it is a small hole in the ground gifted to the lord of this small parcel of lands by, I believe, if I recognise the prince that just moved off, his great-grandfather. And the elf, though you've never really seen one, definitely looks confused. Because
I am not looking.
we are in elven lands. This is elven domain. Yes, of course. We could not operate, and we pay our taxes. We could not operate without your fathers or your employers, grace. If you will come, I'm sure we can put on some food for you in Knoll Hall.
I'm an okay cook.
And as you see the elf look up, you see him with a small tent. He looks like he's looking on something which is familiar to him. And it's quite an archaic dwelling, don't you think? And Griffith's like, yes, but as you can imagine, your charge's grandfather gave him this land. It has been here for quite some time. Very well, but we will guard the prisoners. Griffith kind of puts his hand up. I apologise again, my lord. Your charge's grandfather gave my lord complete dominion over this land, and I, as his steward, must take these children into my charge and put them in our dungeon. My lord should return soon. He's on a hunting trip, as any of the children here can attest. He frequents the town quite often.
Mm-hmm.
I don't move.
No, I'm like not
And all of you know
into the
this is
floor.
absolutely a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oriana was just going with it. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, the two humans don't move.
I am behind a shack.
That is
burning
on
shack.
fire. Still not supposed to wave with blood.
I might actually be stoking the fire a bit.
And you see Griffith kind of like bow to the Lord, and you hear whispered in your ear in Griffith's voice, "When we leave, go back to town."
Sepsis.
Sorry, Sepsis hears in his ear.
Yeah.
In a whisper, Griffith's voice, "When we leave, go back to town, or make yourself known now. If you make yourself known now, it'll be much quicker."
You're just gonna sneak off, aren't you?
The second one. I'm gonna stay hidden.
Okay.
But I'll snuff the fire.
The little pit that's burning in the corner.
With prestidigitation, not with
Yeah.
my hands.
No, just use your cloak, you can smother it.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
That's a 2 and a 3 from the elves who give a crap. And they're kind of looking at it.
They don't give that much of a crap.
No.
That fire's acting very strangely.
Why have you...
I've told you I can piss on it. I just...
Sorry, that fire's acting very strangely. What fire are you talking about? Oh, it seems to be gone. I'm sorry. What were we doing? Oh, that's the conversation
Yeah,
there.
bureaucratic house, just as was burdened.
Okay,
as
so
was burdened.
you
That was
are manacled,
Mm-hmm.
including you,
kinky.
and you are.
That's exactly what I say to the elf that does it. I wink as
I
well.
kick her in the shin
Case
as she
looks
does
like
it.
they're about to like burst into tears at any point if they were to speak. So they're just having them.
I pat them.
My lord, what do we do with this thing? And they're pointing at the badger. They're pointing at Annie.
I mean, he fits in my papoose.
And he kind of looks at Griffith. What is it, papoose?
It's It's what you normally carry a baby in. It's like a sling, but it's tied around the... He's not a year old yet.
Very well. Give her the thing.
Badger. It's called a badger.
And he just kind of starts to walk off after Griffith, and you are
Places it purpose.
guided through the town.
Through the actual town, not through the market addendum.
You are guided through the town. However,
It looks...
Manny's gonna be...
as the three of you are guided through the town, it is deserted. There seem to be less houses than usual.
I'm following at a distance.
There seem to be less houses than usual.
Yeah.
Like, a lot less, drastically less.
I do my best to look like everything's completely normal. I don't know
And
how
they
I
are-
am, but I am.
And they are dilapidated, run down. You go through the town, there is one blacksmith. Not the two you're used to. The schoolhouse is gone.
My blacksmith? Okay.
Schoolhouse is gone. There's only one bakery. There's no shops. And the Elven Lord says, this does not look like very much of a busy market town. And Griffith responds with, no, the market, of course, my lord, is across the river. This is just where the people who work in the small marketplace live, as it is more sheltered from the elements, surrounded by the forest. But of course, this, this is just where the workers live. I can assure you that my lord's Dumont is much more, much cleaner, much brighter than those below him. And you look up, and for the first time, you guys have played as children around this manor. For the first time in your life, it looks clean. You're pretty sure the columns supporting the archway over the front door weren't always marble, but they seem to be now. And as you approach, you are led off to the left. There are two men who you have never seen before, in armour that you've never seen before. Standing to the left of the steps going up to the front door of the mansion, and they basically, the elves are gestured to hand over your manacles and chains to them, and the two elves accompany them as they walk you around the corner and down some stairs into what can only be a dungeon. Sepsis.
Hello.
Can I ask what race the people leading us are? Are they also elves or
They look like half-orcs.
half orcs? Okay. Have I ever seen a half orc before? No.
It's one of the very rare. You've seen them as children, like
Yeah.
coming and going, but
They're not so close up.
not living here.
Okay. I'm going to very willingly go with them.
Parenting.
Septis.
Yes.
What have you been doing while I've been walking through town?
I've been
How far behind them are you?
quite a distance, probably like 60, just over 60 feet back.
Okay.
I would have said.
Roll me a perception check.
Certainly. Not great. 8.
8.
Yeah.
I don't know how to put things.
Out of the corner of your eye, all of the missing houses seem to be there. When you look, they're not.
Can I make an Arcana check?
I was going to say the exact same thing. Could I
You're in a dungeon.
No, like as I was walking through, because I missed it, because I was
Okay.
I'm going to roll that as well.
Okay, cool.
childcaring. Okay, and Arcana check, that's going to be a 21.
Nice.
10.
You're aware of spells that can do it. You've seen on celebrations like the Greatest Illusionists make the mana disappear.
Okay.
You're pretty certain that this is a major image. on a grand scale.
Like a major
But-
image sustained by multiple people. Okay.
But you're unaware of anyone in the town that could pull it off.
I don't need to be aware of that. That's fine. Okay. I'm in a dungeon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sepsis.
Hello.
You get to the manor.
Right.
Standing far enough away that they haven't noticed you yet, you see that the two of the elven guards that had been appeared. I can change it back to this now. We don't need the map. Two of the elven guards that had appeared in the glade are now standing on the doors, standing on the steps outside the door, staring out. You've got a couple of choices. You can go through the trees around. You didn't play here much as a child, so I don't know whether you'd know where the dungeon is.
When I saw
You saw them being taken off to the
taken
left.
into the manor.
No.
Okay.
The elves and the entourage and Griffith went up the steps and into the manor. They were handed off with two guards to two half-orc guards in full armour, all like half plate, and taken off to the left. But you couldn't keep an eye on them as they stepped around the trees. But they've been taken around the left side of the manor.
Am I within 90 feet of the manor entrance?
Bloody hell.
I'm going to do something stupid.
Okay.
Time to see me sneak.
Dungeon.
Um,
You don't need it.
Depends what happens next.
I'm going to
There.
cast sleep in targeting those two guards at the door. So it's in a 20-foot radius. So what I do there is I roll 5d8 and that basically, like, if the total is greater than the hit points of any of them, it puts them to sleep, and then if the remaining total is greater than the hit points of any other of them, it will put them to sleep as well. So can I borrow 2d8 out?
Yeah, but this dice set, man,
Those are d10s.
Not in here.
I can't count.
I mean, there are.
Okay. I can come back into it. It's fine.
Okay, it's not too bad. So 7, 13, 19, 26. No. Yeah, 26. 28.
Again. I'm sorry, everyone.
So, do either of the guards have fewer than 28 hit points?
28.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. The first guard, the one with the lower hit points, but I'm sure they both have the same, falls asleep. Does the other one have less than 28 minus the first one's hit points?
No. No.
Okay, so they have more than 14 hit points is what I'm saying here. Okay. Cool. How does the other guard react to their friend falling asleep?
So as you can imagine, if you can imagine, you're staring up kind of a lane made of trees at what is effectively the door of the manor. The door of the manor is set diagonally then from what you can see.
I'm trying to hide while I'm doing this, obviously. I'm not
Roll me a
really
stealth check as well.
Yeah. Okay. 10.
Okay. But as you stare, so because it's diagonal, the closest elf to you just kind of starts to kind of try to catch himself against the wall as if he's fighting the sleep. Roll an intelligence check.
1.
Okay. You don't know whether else can put to sleep or not.
No, I wouldn't.
Sorry, Sepsis doesn't know whether else.
Yeah.
No, Sepsis wouldn't.
However, this one eventually collapses on the floor, looking quite comfortable. And the other elf just kind of looks over, rushes over to him.
Nothing. Everything's fine.
Rushes over to him to check his companion.
Okay. I'm going to try and use this distraction to sneak past them into the manor.
Okay. Roll me another stealth check if you're going to move.
9.
9.
Yep.
I so just want to try 9.
Welcome to the dungeon.
We got fun and games.
I am the one.
You.
All the whips and chains.
Ooh.
Oriana.
Ariana's like Shackles one just singing that to herself.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. There's not
And,
like a tense stealth thing happening right now or anything. It's fine. Carry on.
You
Sorry, I have,
do
like,
start to hear. You see him start to look around and he does kind of lock in on you. You there, stay!
Please, sir. I'm just
And as he
a
stands
little
again,
girl.
there's no weapons in their hands as they're standing in
That's
the garden.
a
As he stands, he holds out his hand and the bow just kind of materializes in his hand and he pulls back. And you can see that there's no arrow. There's just this line of green eldritch energy.
And I immediately put my hands up and I said, please, I'm just hoping that the Lord will, sometimes the Lord feeds us, those of us who live in the market but don't have nothing to feed ourselves, and I was just hoping to get some bread from the manor, sir.
Aww. Sepsis is probably the cutest thing ever.
Roll me a deception check.
Perception is
For
the only
Yanti or whatever you are.
Um,
It's the balance.
It's not great.
Why the other? No, darn.
16?
16.
16.
And he doesn't like the clay.
The what?
Just tiny.
Very well. You come here.
I normally, I can just, if you want, I can go around to the kitchen.
Come here.
Yeah. Alright, sir, yes, fine, okay.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
Oh no.
That's okay, fine.
And he shackles you. Kind of kicks his friend. You still don't wake up.
Sir, I don't want to tell you your business, but your friend looks sick. It's really no bother. I could just go around to the kitchen.
It is fine. It is lingering illness. Come with me.
Yes, sir,
And
of
he
course.
takes you around the corner down into the dungeon. While that's been happening, you guys.
Welcome to the dungeon. We got fun and games.
Hello.
In quite a comfortable dungeon.
Alright.
You've been shown through a dank corridor, and when the door opened, you were taken to a couple of chambers, inside of which were a few bunk beds, goose down pillows, blankets, mattress,
Am I okay with it?
a small fireplace in each one,
Ace is still distraught. Very upset.
and you are shown in. As the doors are locked, the guards hand over the keys to the elves, and then you can hear a grunted conversation between them. And as they pass the keys over, the elves kind of look at you, look at the keys, nod, and just kind of walk off and leave you to it.
Where are the keys? Did they go with the guns?
Went with the elves.
Of
The two half-orcs.
Why the half orcs?
They're the ones that led us down.
Ah, right, okay.
In the full livery of Nidum.
Interesting. Can I make an Arcana check to see if I can work out who they actually are?
You can try. And as you
23.
23 Arcana check.
Oh.
Oh.
You know whispers normally the DM goes to the player. I'm just saying.
They're gonna talk dirty to each other.
As I suppose you were about to share your knowledge with the group, another elf walks in, bringing Sepsis along with him.
Oh.
Does he walk in ahead of me?
No, he walks in behind you.
Ace is going to walk up to what I presume is like... Is it like a door with bars or is it just bars?
Just bars across
Okay.
a large open.
Yeah, Ace is going to like sort of run up to the front and be like, Sepsis!
You know them?
No, sir, I don't know these people.
Who is
What be your
Sepsis?
ruling on whether, like, because my hands are shackled, I'm guessing you're going to say I can't cast a spell with a somatic component.
Depends what the component is, surely. If it's this, you're okay. If it's this,
Well, it
you're in
says,
trouble.
it actually says in this particular case, you extend your hand towards the creature. I'm guessing I can't do that.
I mean, if you span around, you could be like... or is that just me with my weird hands?
You do better.
Okay.
And he guides you up, and you can see, and you saw this as this happened, one of the elves as he passed handed him one of the keys. And he unlocks the cage, shoves Sepsis in with the rest of you, closes the cage, nods at the half-full guards, and leaves the region.
I'm going to go up to Sepsis and be like, You okay? You okay?
No, you left me.
I tried not to.
You're supposed to protect me. You're big.
I know.
You're the one that walked off.
And
That's
actually,
not the
during
point.
the fighting, you were getting further and
And
further
further
and
and
further
further.
until pretty much a little black dot on the horizon.
Ace is supposed to look after me.
I was
We
protecting.
would all look
That's
after
what they
you.
said they'd do.
How old are you?
I'm only little.
Yeah, okay, a halfling is only little, but it can be 18 years old. How old are you?
How many years old are you?
I don't know.
Bet you're old enough you could look after yourself.
Hey, Ariana, not everyone is as brave as you, huh? It's okay. I'm sorry that we left you.
You're okay.
I didn't mean it. I know you don't know me, but we didn't mean to leave you. We were arrested.
Sepsis is,
you're brave, young lady, but
Yeah.
you're just stupid.
Yeah.
Sepsis is glaring at Oriana from deep
Yeah.
within the hood.
Can she tell?
Whether
I hope
being
not.
huddled by Ace, who's very apologetic,
Mm.
and trying to offer you bread from earlier.
Ariana
So-
just pulls out a pipe and lights it again.
They pull away, but
No reaction.
But they
from the
take
half-full
some of the
guards.
bread.
No.
You also pull yourself together. This is not the end of the world.
I've been arrested.
Yes,
I've never been arrested
it's
before.
not. It's not what you think it is. Calm
Do
down.
I notice that the guards aren't real?
Well, no, I can't check.
I would also
Or
like-
perception.
Can I make a perception check to see if I can see anyone else nearby, so I can tell
I've
them
just
what I
realised
can
I'm a
see?
spellcaster. I can roll for a
Where did these half-orcs come from?
Where did this magic come from?
One moment,
I'm
please.
confused.
Is there anyone else nearby?
I want to see if I can see any elves.
I got a 19 on
Right.
Arcana.
I got a 5. I'm assuming I can't see anyone at all.
You cannot hear anyone else apart from the people you're pretty sure you just saw behind you before you turned around.
I rolled 19 on Arcana.
19. I won't whisper it again. The half-orcs aren't there. They're not real.
That's why
Everything
Ariana
is
doesn't real.
fine.
Well, if they're not real, we should get out of here because
No.
Graphic is talking to the elves and he's definitely going to sell us to
No.
them.
Graffiti will free us. You just
No,
need to wait
why-
until he's gotten rid of the elves.
That would be... No, why would you do that?
I'm pretty intelligent, okay? Nidum has been hidden for a long time, and presumably because they're clever. Because it seems to me that the elves do not like people,
It's,
particularly humans. They do
Se-
not like
Se-
Neodace.
Sepsis gets a little bit behind Ace and says, if you were so intelligent, you wouldn't think that an adult would do anything to protect us. He's going to sell us out to protect his own skin.
That's
Oh,
not true.
by the way,
Yeah.
for all intents and purposes, you've had your shield, your sword, any weapons taken off you.
Okay.
That doesn't
You
bother me much.
Ah, okay.
I've got a couple of daggers and a crossbow.
I think that goes to the rest of us
In
as
your
well.
sneaky cloak.
Yeah,
Look,
they're in
But they
there.
didn't take my pipe.
they don't care if you do drugs.
It's not a weapon.
It doesn't matter to anyone. It makes you happy. That's fine. Sepsis.
Have you ever been hit across the head by a solidly made smoking pipe? It is a
Mm.
fucking weapon.
Yeah, especially a little one.
No, and we don't need to go into why you...
No, okay.
I have questions. It'll be okay. Just have a little bit of faith for a while. If it doesn't turn out well, then we will run. Okay.
Sepsis spits roundly on the floor at the concept when you say the word faith.
Sepsis, sit down.
I huddle
Sit.
you over to the bed
Ace.
and like sit with you.
Sit.
Ace,
What?
I don't like this person.
That's okay. You don't have to.
Ryan just takes the pipe and hands it to her, like holds it out to Ace with one son.
What is it?
Makes your head fuzzy.
No,
I'd
this
like
one
to
just
be-
this one just relaxes you.
Makes your head fuzzy.
I don't think this is a situation where I want to be relaxed. So
What, in a
okay.
comfy feather down bed when nothing's real.
In prison. Did you not see when we were walking through the town? Sepsis, I don't care if you like me or not, but listen. I'm okay, thank you, Ariana. When we were walking through the town, the houses were still there. Just, we couldn't see them, they were hidden.
Poison?
You've literally just watched me smoke it.
Okay. Relax.
Sepsis takes the pipe and definitely smokes it.
Okay.
And then
That you're gonna get a much bigger hit because you're so small.
Yeah, ghost-wise, that is huge. You're gonna be like,
Yeah, this pipe is about the length of you.
Be like
yeah, I don't know if being
Hagrid
immune to
handing
poison has
anything
any
to,
effect
like, the
on
kids.
how much, on whether that helps at all. But, you know.
Yeah, you don't see the real reason that this should work.
Sepsis takes way more of a rip of this than you would expect a person to take, and then hands it back.
Ace is looking on very confused. and concerned.
Oriana's now confused.
I grew up with gnomes. I'm not at all confused.
You
Sepsis is going
This
to
is
try and
real strength.
pull Ace
Christ.
towards them. Just, Ace, we have to get away from these people. The one with all the hair is stupid, and they're going to get us killed.
we can go to the top bunk, that's all.
No, Ace, you need to get us out of the jail cell, because the red-haired one is going to get us. Alright, you're a blacksmith, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, is it?
I'm
It's
gonna-
just the guards.
Can't you
Okay.
do something?
town is
Aren't
still
you strong? Can't you pull the door off?
Is
Or I
that the
don't know.
building? I remember it
I'm
being
gonna go over
abandoned.
to inspect the bars.
Okay.
Are we still being guarded, by the way?
Yeah.
By the
Fake-
But
by
the
the
half-orc
fake
guys.
half-orcs.
Okay.
Okay, very quickly.
Good.
Sorry. No, go ahead.
I was going to go inspect the things to see if there's any way I can open it. So would that be investigation or would it be?
Depends how you want to open it, I suppose.
Because I'm not very, I'm not magic-y, so I'd imagine.
They're metal bars, so
Yeah.
I'd give you investigation with advantage.
Okay.
It did not help.
That's a 6.
Those are some pretty solidly fucking made jail bars.
Yeah.
Can
Pa made these. Just holding on to them
In
mournfully.
fact, the one thing that you do notice in your investigation is your dad's like signature mark on a couple of the bars.
Gosh, dang it, Dad.
Damn it, Daddy!
I'm
You
gosh
can't
dang
figure
it,
it.
your dad.
On that note, Ariana just made an interesting point, everyone.
Dang it.
About gosh danging it, my dad?
No,
No,
about-
this.
this place is normally abandoned, so I'm going to look very closely at the dungeon. What is it actually? Is it actually a dungeon, but is it as well built
Roll me
as
an
it seems?
investigation or arcana check.
Arcana. Definitely Arcana. It's not as good as before.
I was going to say, do you want help from me?
Yes, I would
Yeah.
love some help from you.
You've sat down at this point.
11.
You've sat down at this point on the goose down mattress.
Yeah.
It's real.
Okay.
The bars are real. It's not an illusion.
No, but there's no illusory nature to it, so it more run down than it actually shows as, because this place does not normally look like this to us.
The outside of it doesn't.
So perhaps the inside is really, it looks.
You've
normal.
never been in here before.
Well, I should hope not. Okay.
Is there a light source in here?
No, I
There are torches on the in sconces on the walls of the corridor outside.
Anytime I got caught doing something I shouldn't, they just took me back to Granny. I wish they brought me here.
I take out 3 coins, like just, 3 pieces of paper, and I write the word for light in Gnomish on each, and create 3 5-foot radius lights and put them around the room.
And it is a
I
lot
forgot
more
that you can't see in
homey.
the dark.
I'm going to try and look out through the bars
Mhm.
to see if I can see anything that I could grab with Mage Hand.
Okay.
Perception.
As you approach the bars,
Yeah.
because I'm assuming if you look out, you're getting your head probably like as far. And the bars, they're set far enough apart that someone of your stature, definitely someone of your
Slenderness.
nature,
Mm-hmm.
can probably pop their head out at least.
Okay.
And as you get close enough to the bars to try and see if there's anything down either end of the corridor, you are close enough that you hear, and you are the only one who hears it, one of the half-orcs, again in Griffith's voice, say, "Wait until dark. We will come for you."
Is it just that?
I'm the only one who hears that. Okay.
And the guards disappear.
I'm still looking. I'm looking out for
Do I
to
notice that
see if
the
there's
guards
anything I
disappear?
can grab.
Okay.
You all notice the guards disappear.
Do they like mist away or? Okay.
They're just kind of.
They were illusion.
Yeah.
No, the guards have decided to not be in anymore.
In fact, everyone roll a perception check as they disappear.
They didn't. That's a 9.
It's a natural 20.
I'll
it's-
take that.
It still counts. It's
It's
not cocked or anything.
It's in the dice roll.
It's technically. It's not on the table.
You
Therefore,
can
it's
see
in the
it on the
table.
cameras or it's landed on the corner.
21.
Some sick dice tricks
21.
going on here.
What was yours?
9.
9.
Yeah, mine was
Natural
9.
20, total of 19.
Oh boy.
21.
I rolled a 19.
What did you get?
9.
9.
Not the right stream.
Sorry.
You two notice that as the illusions disappear, so do the. It's almost as if the armor falls away, and the flesh of the half-orcs fall away, to leave behind a kind of imprint of a ghost, a soul, that also then flickers into nothing. You two are familiar with this? It's almost a kind of spectral kind of servant, and it's gone.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
It's why
So
it's. You can surmise that it's potentially why the illusions seem to have mass.
So when I was looking out of the bars, I assume I didn't see anything that I could grab out there.
Apart from the torches and the sconces on the walls and a few barrels, boxes, a couple of tables where actually working guards may have once upon a time sat, there's nothing. There's no. What are you looking for? Like metal rods and stuff?
I mean, I'm looking for the classic, like someone's hung up a ring of keys.
They took the keys.
Okay. You said that I could get my head out. I'm going to try and rig it out.
Okay.
What do you want me to
I
roll?
want you to make me a.
I've got acrobatics for you. I've got,
I always say about the
I'd
gap
like
in
you
these
to make
spells.
me a dexterity.
just a straight up dexterity check.
If you look at the feat I gave you,
Yeah. Feet.
or is it just grappled under the
The
feet?
gap
I
in this
gave?
bars, are we talking like this big?
Yeah, like how big? Are they wider than my head?
It says you have advantage on any dexterity acrobatics check you make to escape from being grappled.
Grappled. Okay.
Um,
That's fine. You can make a acrobatics check.
Did not go well.
total of 19 actually.
19.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's acrobatics. It's alright.
It's not that bad.
Small but nimble.
Small.
Small.
You can, like, you get one shoulder and most of your chest out, and you feel like you've got to really kind of blow all of your breath out. So you compress your lungs to get a little bit further, and you are free.
While Sepsis is doing that, I take
Sepsis.
I take honey out of the
Sepsis.
papoose and just put him on the
Sorry.
floor and he starts running in and out of the bars.
Okay, and I check if there's any way to open the door from the outside.
I lie in the bed
It's a
there.
very
not
simple
at all
lock.
bothered.
It's a very simple lock.
It's just a lock.
I don't have these tools.
Do
None of
I
you
have
do.
I do.
Do I have any of my smithing tools?
Yes, I do.
Thieves' tools.
Yes.
Why have you not tried to unlock the door?
Because I'm not bothered. I am certainly safe. This is my home. I trust the people here. I'm okay. I'm not going to try and break out when
That's not
somebody
hanging in
has
your
left
lap.
me here.
Okay, so no one knows she has thieves' tools, but she has
Yeah.
thieves' tools.
For
Like,
future reference.
can you just mind him for a second?
Absolutely.
Everyone forgets their accents when cute animals are involved.
Okay. I
Actually,
am
it's just
going-
really hard to do. I couldn't work out. But anyway, carry on.
Absolument.
Absolutely.
I am going to
Absolutely.
grab one of the torches.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to snuff it using prestidigitation. And I am going to...
Set fire to the badger. Sorry, wrong answer. Carry on.
No,
Just set fire to my badger.
but you're close.
Which sounds like a euphemism.
And I'm going for a wander.
Of course.
So we're in like this cellar. This jail is in like a basement, right? Okay, so
The corridor stretches off. You can see it splits off a couple of different ways.
okay, so I'm going to try and move stealthily along this
Simpsons way to
corridor
get us killed.
back in the direction that I was brought.
Okay.
Um,
Back in the direction you're brought, the cells are actually quite close to the main dungeon door, which is accessible from the outside.
okay.
So you only move maybe 50, 60 feet before you get to the bottom of the steps you were brought down.
Okay. Right, I'm going to turn back. I'm going to go looking around down here to see if I can find Ace's weapons.
Okay.
I would like to sing a song while this is happening, going, who is doing things that are not going to help at all?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Intelligence check.
In fact, no,
I say it to the
you
back.
just remember. You just remember from the distance you were, you watched the weapons being carried by the other guards into the house up the stairs.
Into the house up the stairs.
Shush, please.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go looking through the other corridors to see if there's any other way out of here other than the way that we came in. I'm looking around the corridors to see if there's any way out other than the way that we came in.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I find anything?
About 100 feet further down from when the dungeons are, it starts to split off. And you can see very quickly that this is a dungeon / wine cellar / just underground storage. You find huge casks of ale, bottles and bottles of wine that haven't been touched in decades, with them caked in dust. You find boxes that haven't been opened in years, and just stacked row upon row in some of the rooms. It's, from what you can tell, this looks like repurposed catacombs,
Right.
and they stretch on for a lot further than the actual scope of the building.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't want to smoke this pipe?
No, I'm really okay. It will be fine.
Oh.
Ace might.
I'll probably find a place to
You
hide.
look stressed.
Okay.
Down here. It's somewhere in the catacombs.
Mm-hmm.
Close enough that I would be able to hear what's going on in the cell, but
The
like,
first right turning then would be the wine cellar. It's got stacks and stacks of wine bottles. So you could easily hide behind one of them and still be close enough within earshot.
I will take a decent amount of time to find a good hiding place. So do you need me to like roll stealth or do you want me to just do it?
Yeah, because of where you are, and because you do take the time to do it,
Yeah.
roll me a stealth check with advantage.
He hides in the corner and pretends to be a lamp.
Yeah, it's an 8.
I was
Do you
right.
think when they come back down and realise there's one less person in the cells, they might get a bit suspicious?
No, only one of the elves knew there was another one anyway. I'm not sure it will
I'm
make
sure they
difference.
talk to each other.
Maybe. I don't know why Sepsis came down here anyway. If they were just going to leave, that seems.
They don't seem like they're all there.
They're fine. They're not used to people.
They're small.
They are small.
So small. Look, it'll be fine. I am not concerned about this. I think, obviously, it is a bit of a sticky situation.
You notice that Honey the Badger is gone. and you can see him trotting off down the corridor after Sepsis.
Honey. Oh.
And Sepsis, where you're hiding,
I'm gonna kill that badger.
where you're hiding, the badger kind of comes in and snuffles around
Is she a badger or a honey badger?
and finds
Badger.
you
The name is Honey.
and just kind of snuggles up next to your feet.
Honey the badger.
Get out! This is my hiding place.
Honey the
And
bloody
it
badger.
just kind of nuzzles you.
I'm gonna take the fact that the badger found me as a sign that this is a bad hiding place before I find a better one.
That is smart.
Honey.
That's cheating. That's cheating. And if you tell me that's bullshit and you won't allow it, I'm going to accept that without arguing.
It's not cheating. You've just been found by a badger.
That's the reason I sent the badger there.
Okay. Can I look for another hiding place? It isn't with advantage again. You're such a generous man.
Meanwhile, I'm taking a bag of the badger treats out of my pocket and start shaking.
You guys are just chatting. You've taken about 20 minutes already just to try and find a good hiding place, and
Okay.
it sucked.
Yeah. Natural 20, 21.
Natural 20. Natural 20 is fine, but you are
It
gonna.
took 4 rolls, but I got one good one.
Natural 20 is fine, but you are going to have to go further away and make it harder to perceive any distance. But you do find
my priority would definitely be being hidden.
You do find a very handily placed box, which for some reason seems to have been knocked over and left where it is, and almost up against the wall. Easy for you to slip through into the hole, but it seems that the lid was taken off the box. The box was knocked over, and now it just looks like a box has been placed against the wall, but one side of it is gone, and you just go inside the box, and you are perfectly hidden from anyone who would walk into the room.
Can you see out of the little gap?
There is a small knot hole in one of the planks of wood that you can see.
No, that's a different campaign too.
And
I'm
it does smell like
Small knot.
apples.
Okay. Hungry for apples? I'm going to.
Reference.
I'm gonna make myself comfortable in this box. No. And
You see the badger kind of come in the room and it snuffles around.
Honey. And I'm shaking the treats. Like,
And then you see its ears as if it kind of hears something and then runs out of the room.
I'm just gonna take. I'm gonna spend some time. I'm gonna eat some of the leftover mushrooms that I have in my pockets, and I'm gonna inventory my herbs that I collected earlier and stuff. But other than that, I'm just sticking around in this box.
Just hanging out.
there's my honey.
As an aside, a badger once farted at my mother.
Sneak in the box.
Farted. You know, the passing of wind. She was walking down the path in the forest at night, and this badger came out of nowhere, not honey, and it was right in front, and it looked at her and went, and then walked off looking
And then
cross.
he yelled, "I fart in your general direction."
For the record, this is a true story about my actual mother.
I won't say my real mum.
My real mom. I know, both I see and Elsie, it's great.
It's
I see Elsie.
yeah.
Do you guys want
Right when you know it all.
Yeah, I think we may need to take a break now because the children need to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We will be back.
Yeah, should we take a short rest?
Short rest?
No. I think
Actually, yes. Can I take a short rest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Same.
It's midday and it's midsummer. And
It's
you're gonna be
midsummer.
here
I only have
until
one hit
you're gonna be
dice.
here until dark. You guys can take a fucking long rest if you want.
Ooh, okay.
I'll take a long
That
rest.
sounds-
Yeah, I'll
I
take
don't
a
need
rest.
to, but yeah, alright.
I need to take a long rest because I used the spell slot.
Okay.
I was.
So yes, we
Roasting
did.
animals. Yeah, I forgot to mention when I was introducing Oriana that she has a pet badger.
It doesn't matter. I think
I
we
think,
figured
I
it
think
out.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
they've all figured it out.
Yeah, it's
I think
well.
everyone figured it out
she
when you
was-
were like, "Can I put my badger in my papoose?"
Yeah. I realize how black will come out, but it's a rescue.
Okay.
It's a rescue. It's a foster.
We will be back in like
Yeah.
15? Should we say 15 minutes?
15
Yeah.
minutes.
Cool.
So
Time to
10
make a
past?
cup of tea.
9:10.
Yeah, so we're going to take a quick break now. I'm going to put my kids to bed. They're not always here on a Sunday night, but
You don't have to defend it. It's okay.
Yeah.
You are legally allowed to have children.
I know. It just so happened though that the night of our first stream, my children were going to be here, and they promised to stay quiet. But obviously, they're children. So,
Obviously.
And you're our mascot.
Yeah.
And you're
yes,
a mascot.
Anya is normally our mascot. Apparently, she makes a better DM than me sometimes, but that's only because
Very generous.
She
That's
just
only-
lets you win. It's
yeah,
great.
every time I go to the toilet, she just looks at the battle map and goes, "You're all fine. The monster's dead. It's fine."
Sometimes we get a million experience.
It says it's fine to have kids.
Yeah.
David Uther said so.
Okay. Cool, thank you.
With the pen.
But no, we will return soon.
10
And
past.
we're in Albion.
Yeah, at about 10 past. Or 10 to quarter past. Thanks
Thank you.
for still watching.
We won't be long.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye. Nikki's.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Request
Along with all my wishes, R.I.P.
Hello, we're back. I'm sorry it took so long. Again,
Kids.
children. Sorry.
You just all smoked out.
Yes, I did
Set
mean to
fire.
say
Let's press the digital.
at the beginning of the stream, I do apologise. most of the stuff that I've got here, the big battle maps, incredibly useful. I've used them quite a lot in an Adventurers League game that I DM for as well, for a shop called Rules of Play. They have a site in Cardiff. I believe they also have a site in Bristol as well. They're a wonderful local shop. You should always support your local gaming shop whenever you can. But if you're in the
Castle Arcade.
well, I was going to say southwest of England and
Wales.
south of Wales, pop along.
Especially if you're in Cardiff.
Especially if you're in Cardiff as well,
Because
because the guy, the manager in there, Ian, is awesome.
Everyone in there is super knowledgeable and really
Really
just
friendly.
very
Yeah.
passionate about games.
And it's not just D&D, any possible type of board game you could possibly wish to find is either going to be in there or they'll have it in within a week.
Or they'll
It is
recommend
amazing.
something
It is
similar
amazing.
that's cool.
They're amazing.
So many-
They're also my preferred click-clack dealer.
Absolutely.
they have so many shiny mouth rocks.
So many
Yeah.
shiny math rocks. But yeah, go along. They're awesome. And if you can, they also have a Facebook page. If you are from Cardiff or can get there at least once a month, we've got an Adventurers League game running. I'm the DM for that. We're doing season 9 at the moment, which is Descent into Avernus, all their Adventure League stuff, and it's a lot of fun. So come along if you can. It's the second Tuesday of every month. So go to Facebook, Rules of Play, have a look. They're amazing. Anyway,
And not sponsored, we just like them.
Yeah.
not a sponsor. They're just brilliant. And I've
Yes, the
got,
camera in.
Not sponsored yet.
shh, not a sponsor. Not a sponsor, but we've got these map books are so useful. But yes, so
I just want to say, I genuinely love those guys. Like the number of times I've gone in there with the vaguest, I want a gift for a person. It needs to be like a card game they can play quickly, and it needs to be about Japan. And they're just like, oh, this one.
Yeah, they're great.
Right.
You want this?
Is this good? Yeah, it's good.
Not only that, but
Okay.
as a woman in a gaming community, and I'm sure you can, when you go in there, you feel welcome, even if you go in on your own. They don't. I'm not just the wife going in with him. They all chat to me and
Like they talk to me like I'm a legit person.
Yeah.
Other than some other gaming stores that I've been into where they're just sort of like glazing over me, being like, oh, that person is female presenting. They don't play.
yeah.
It's just like
It's the loveliest.
Everyone's just like, you've gone. I've gone in some places and they just talk to Greg and I'm stood there like, hi, I exist.
yeah.
I also play games.
Let's return to Albion.
the day progresses slowly for a lot of you. Do
I
you
got a
sleep or
cricket
just
one.
rest? Do you rest awake?
I'm doing like a long rest, but I'm still kind of like keeping.
You chilled out.
Yeah.
Do we
But
need
not
to
too
have slept in order
Yeah,
to take
because
the
I'm
long
very
Not at all.
concerned
In
about
that
where
case, I
sex
definitely
is.
I don't subscribe to a long rest has to be 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep.
Yeah,
If you're not doing anything for 8 hours,
yeah.
You're still
actively
resting.
not doing
Yeah.
anything, like
Just
dozing
resting,
and then yeah.
Yeah, like I said,
Otherwise-
all I'm doing is inventorying my...
Yeah. Otherwise, if anyone takes like the first or second watch,
Yeah.
they don't get 8 hours of sleep.
No. Okay.
So yeah,
That was
you
bad.
good?
No, thank you.
Sorry. You are rested. You are not fed yet. No one has actually been down to see you.
I've been eating mushrooms.
You're eating mushrooms. You're
And the
fine.
bread I gave you.
You feel the beginnings of hunger pangs, but it's not going to bother you too much.
Do I still
I've had the
have
munchies
bread
for
left?
hours.
Maybe a little.
Yeah, I'll square out the bread I've got left between us then.
Aww. Thank you, Ace.
I give a bit of my shit
Thank
to
you,
Honey.
Ace. I forgot what my voice was for a moment there.
I've given a bit of my bread to Honey.
That always happens to me.
But you forget what your voice is.
I shove a bit of hair and a bit of bread in Dice's hair as well. Before she once again forgets that she has a creature living in her hair.
I get really
don't
confused
know.
by you putting stuff in her hair and
She
think you're
does. She's
bullying
known me
her.
for years. Known me for
I'm
years.
like secretly thinking to myself, what fucking thing?
So you wouldn't know? She puts bread in my hair, and my hair shifts a little bit on one side.
Okay.
And that's
I'm
all that
concerned.
happens. And I don't explain it, I just like that.
Is your hair alive?
That would be weird.
Why did it move on its own?
A little squirrel face pokes out of the side of my hair at you.
Oh,
and, goes,
okay.
and it disappears back into it. I see.
Everyone roll me a perception check.
Is this based on
Do I
squirrels?
perceive
Me?
the scroll?
Do I want-
Your brethren are ashamed.
It's an 8. Richard.
That is a 17.
These dice are fucking loaded. I just rolled a nat 1 again.
17.
70.
Just give up now.
As you are all
This is
chatting
bullshit.
about Dice's hair and you're still meticulously making sure you have all of your herbs in their correct little segments of your component pouch. Ace, you begin to hear hurried footsteps and the closing of what you think is a door in the distance.
Yeah.
They are not shuffling. They are purposeful footfalls, but they are very quick. And they're coming down the corridor towards you from the direction that you last saw Sepsis.
I'll alert everybody and say, like, they're coming.
Huh?
Someone's coming.
What?
Coming back in the papoose.
Sepsis, as you are closer, you begin to hear these steps almost immediately start to move away from you as they walk past the door of the room you're in and onwards towards there. There's only one set of footsteps, one person.
Am I able to like peek out and see who that person is?
No, perception check again.
Okay. 7.
Okay. It's a shadow. It's a large humanoid shadow.
Oh my God.
Is
Is it Peter Pan's shadow?
But
Ace is going to be up at the bars, like,
Okay.
keeping an eye.
as you are looking, you see a hooded figure walking towards you in a long cloak, carrying a bundle under its arms. But as it gets closer to the door, you do see by the firelight of the torches that are now burning quite low, it is Griffith.
Oh, okay. Griffith, are you here to let us out?
Griffith?
Most of your generation normally calls me Gruff.
Hello, Griff?
I am sorry that you've been left here. Where is the little one?
Sepsis.
They went down there.
Yeah, we're not sure where they went.
Well,
They didn't like being in the dungeon. I think
if
they
Saxons
thought-
can hear this, they mutter under their voice, fucking narcs.
I think they didn't like being in the dungeon. I think they thought maybe we wouldn't.
Massive trust.
We won't try
issues.
to trust.
If one of you could fetch him when I let you out, we have no time.
Okay.
Fetch them.
Them,
Fetch them.
Yes.
I've had very little interaction with them. I was unaware.
No, that's
I
fine.
can-
No, that's
I
fine.
can call out.
No, that's fine.
I can call out to them, but I don't know if that's going to alert anything. Is that going to be a bad idea?
If you could go and look.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Have you let us out by this point?
And he's unlocking the
Okay.
gates, he says
As
this.
soon as you unlock it, I'm gonna like go the direction I saw Sepsis go, and like very like hushed tone, be like,
Sepsis, we're leaving.
We do not have much time. There is a secret exit to these catacombs. If you follow me, put on these cloaks. I could not get your things, but
That's okay.
they are all partaking of the Lord's wine upstairs, and it is very potent, almost magical stuff. You can see a glint in his eyes.
As I'm putting my cloak on.
Not a wine we would share with friends. Please follow me. And he actually goes in the direction that
Okay.
you're walking in.
Could I hear that?
I'm.
And he's electrocuting flies. It's fine.
Mhm.
Gruff, I'm sorry for any hassle we have caused. We did not mean to cause problems.
No, I'm honestly surprised it has taken this long. There's only so lucky we can be.
Why did they refer to dice as my property?
Sorry to put you on this spot.
You would have understood a lot more if this had happened after tomorrow, but we have no time. Please,
Okay.
come.
Do I hear any of this?
No, we've gone to the thing.
Yeah.
We've gone to
Are
look.
you answering to me?
Nope. Are we beneath the manor?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna wait.
I'm
while
going to
they-
be looking through stuff now because I know that they're going to be hiding.
Okay. So did you take the first turning off?
Yeah.
Okay. The first turning off would be the wine cellar.
Okay.
And where you look at this and go, God, this would be a terrible place to hide.
Yeah.
But you're looking
The
around.
shade.
The shade of it all.
You're looking around, and
Don't laugh while drinking beer. It does not go well.
you notice that some of the dust has been disturbed,
Yeah.
but apart from that, there's no sign of sepsis.
Okay.
As you're looking,
Mm-hmm.
Gruff walks your companions
Yeah.
past that door and
Okay.
takes the first left then, because you took the first right,
Okay.
into the room with the box.
Okay. I'm going to follow through with them and continue looking.
Not the room with the box.
Staying hidden in the box.
Sepsis.
And I'm looking out through the knothole to see what's happening.
And he walks up to the wall and he takes a crystal from his pocket and he places it against the wall. And as he does so, the crystal kind of almost sinks into the stone until it disappears and the wall opens. And there is a tunnel leading into that.
That's fascinating.
Okay.
Says
Are we beneath? We're beneath the manor, aren't we? Okay, good. Okay.
I'm going to be, like, more strained in my voice.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just double checking. I'm not
I'd lost the
replying.
plot then.
I'm not replying.
Okay. I'm going to search the room then.
So
Roll an investigation.
I don't want Ace to get left behind.
Okay, that was a 13.
It's a lot of flies.
A 13.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
Roll me a stealth score.
I already rolled it.
Yeah, 8 hours ago.
Yeah.
8 hours ago.
But it was real
Actually,
good.
that's accurate. It is
Do I
been
get
8
advantage
hours.
because I'm already hidden in a good hiding place? Thanks.
Thank God.
15.
15. You can't find it.
Okay.
Ace. Don't
No.
get left behind.
I'm trying. I still haven't found sepsis.
Well, if they do not want to come, we can't force them.
I have already been gone too long. I must return to
Okay.
to the rest of the party.
I'll
They
be able
will.
to protect them. I'm like saying this out loud, knowing full well.
Look, this door will be open for another 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
Once it's
Sepsis,
over.
yes, yes, yes.
So I must return to the party. You all know where the Ivy Tower is, yes?
Yes, of course.
You do.
Yeah.
Obviously.
We live here.
It's
We know things.
as he mentions the Ivy Tower, you do remember up, much further up the mountain that the Knoll Manor is built onto, is an old dilapidated watchtower that's almost half fallen away, built of stone. It's hundreds of years old, but it's covered almost completely in ivy, and it's the old borders of the town of Rom from long ago when they cut down all the trees. However, now it is what you know is effectively the centre of the Direwood to the north.
Okay. What do you want
to
us
the
to do with the tower?
northwest. There will be someone at the tower waiting for you to help you on the rest of your journey.
The rest of our journey, where are we going? Wait, you have to go. I guess we'll find out.
Please, much more will be explained when you get there. If you stay, you will die, and I cannot protect you.
We're going. Thank you, Griff.
We're going.
Good luck.
Thank you.
The thoughts of your loved ones go with you.
That's great.
And he rushes back out of the room.
Okay. Alright.
Sepsis, you little
Gonna
bitch.
do another search.
I will
You
help.
can't just keep rolling until
No,
you
no.
find me.
This time
That's
I'm going to
dumb.
help Ace look for you.
Bullshit.
That's a 17? Yeah, 17.
Plus what?
Roll stealth.
Not plus anything.
Investigation.
Yeah, they find me. If apparently we just keep rolling until you get the result you want.
No, I went back to help.
Hidden. How are we supposed to progress if you just stay hidden?
I'll follow.
I went back to help. to find you.
Mm-hmm.
We can't
Ariana's already making her way down the corridor anyway.
Ariana's
She's
not like
out.
Pike.
I see. So I found you.
Her knees kind of
Sepsis,
like,
like
looking
that.
down the corridor after you, and then looking back at Dice, and
Oh,
then
we have
looking
to go.
down the corridor at you, and then looking back at Dice.
We have to go.
We're gonna. Yeah. So I sort of like grasp at you and say, "We have to go. We're going to die."
You're being a fool. Gruff is sending us into an ambush.
An ambush.
Look,
That's-
I'm going either come or stay and die.
Go with the idiot if you want.
I don't know what your damage is.
You go.
But you need to get over it and fast.
If you think the adults are here to protect us, then you go where Gruffith told you to go.
I was
Okay.
raised by an adult and it went really well, so
But I'll
yeah.
protect you if you stay here.
Do you know what? Okay, fine. I'll follow. Just give me 2 minutes. Leave.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm a trusting person. I'll trust
Okay.
Sepsis. And
I'm
go
cross
through,
with
go
them,
through
so I
the
don't care.
door.
Okay.
I'm going.
Linking on with dice and just walking along.
You walk into
My squirrel lights on.
it is a worked corridor. It's very low. You do have to crouch, but most of you can get through quite easily.
Okay.
And it is effectively
The
just
only one
like,
struggling is
just like
Oriana.
like a circle of stone that's been built up with a long line of keystones across the top, just to take the pressure of the ground. And it stretches off into the distance in the dark. There is no light.
Okay. Do you have any torches still?
There is no light
Oh,
for people with
yes,
dark
there is.
vision.
I picked up my 3
How long will they last?
indefinitely.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So,
I
you've got your
hand
3
a
little
piece
light
of paper
bulbs.
to you
Yeah.
and a piece of paper to you. So we have 5 foot of light each. Oh wait, I
You
take
have
it back
dark,
off
and
you
I
and
can see in
cancel
the
that.
dark dice.
Yeah, I take it back and cancel that one.
Okay.
I take one off.
Anyway.
Back in the
Yeah.
sun.
What is Sepsis doing back in the sun?
Sepsis is looking for strong liquor, spirits.
Okay. You spend enough time searching around the wine cellar that you can find a couple of bottles of spirit.
Okay. Sepsis.
They've got very foreign looking names on them, but you don't know what they are.
Sepsis rips the corners of their robe off
Mhm.
and stuffs them into the top of the spirit bottles,
Okay.
and then uses prestidigitation to light the spirit-soaked rags, and throws the bottles at some wooden boxes before running into the tunnel.
Some Molotov cocktails.
Oh no!
They also
Okay.
light
it's
the
stone, it's
they
not
also
stone.
light the torch they took and throw that into the
Yeah,
box.
the walls are stone.
Yeah.
But
It's
as
a
you,
port
as, you,
now.
as you look up, you realise that a lot of the ceiling is wood.
I don't know this has happened. I can't.
Yes, they're not there.
No, we don't know.
We've
if
just
it's
destroyed no manor in my town. Great.
You don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think you're a knob.
Yeah.
And then I followed down the corridor
Mhm.
at a distance from them. I'll try and catch up so I'm far enough back that I can see their light, but not close enough that they can see me. If you get
Very
me.
well.
Mhm.
Okay.
Can I hear them behind me? I roll perception.
If you want to try and
Yeah.
hear to see if Sepsis is following you.
Yeah, that's 16.
They hear me.
Yeah.
You hear a quiet shuffle behind you.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure.
Smashing a glass.
I'm
You
comfortable
can't
that
really
they're
tell how
following, so-
far away he is,
Yeah.
but you're comfortable.
They.
They
Yeah.
are, but you
For God's sake, it's a cloak with eyes.
Mm.
It doesn't even have a gender.
you're pretty comfortable in the knowledge that they are following.
What is your gender? Molotov cocktail.
My gender is rogue.
Henceforth, I think that should be your answer.
Um,
And what are you?
The further you
Fabric.
progress, maybe 100 feet down the corridor, it stops being worked stone and starts being just dug earth supported. You can see the roots of large trees have started to break through. It's tough going sometimes because the roots are almost completely obscuring the path and you have to slip through. As you get through, you find it much easier once you get to the roots to get through them. Do you have dark vision?
Oh, probably.
Yeah,
I think I do by
5 foot tall,
virtue of being a shadow sorcerer, even if I don't normally.
Even if you don't by race.
Dark vision 120 feet, yeah.
Oh, 120. So it's because you're.
Because I'm a shadow sorcerer.
Isn't that also because you're? Doesn't the shadow thing extend
you're
your
on
normal
whatever.
60 because you're EMT?
I don't know about Yonti, but like importantly,
120.
the important thing to know here is I have 120.
They can't see you, but you can definitely see them.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Okay. So as you progress, you feel that it starts to move up.
Okay.
The floor, it starts to become much more cramped as it seems to be moving up, but the ceiling doesn't get any higher until you eventually get to a trapdoor.
Don't you open? Sorry.
The trapdoor is grown over. It's got roots coming all the way through it. However, around the edges of the trapdoor, no dirt. Everything seems perfectly clear.
Okay. I stick. No.
I push it over.
Ariana. Okay. You're a fool if you dare.
I just put my hand on it and just peek it open a little bit and look
That
at
makes much more sense. Yes, do that.
Alright.
Roll a perception check.
They have dark vision.
None of
has
you.
dark vision. Everyone's there. Now I give it up.
7.
Coast seems clear.
I stick my head out as well
I get out.
and then climb out.
You are in. I mean, it's dark, so you can't really tell. All of these woods around here seem somewhat familiar, but you can't really tell exactly where you are. But when you look up, you can see that now that night has fallen, the moon is casting a beautiful light on the Ivy Tower.
That way then.
It's about a
Is-
mile away.
Is Sepsis going to be able to get through the trapdoor on their own because they're small?
Well, if you leave the trapdoor open, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
As you look at the trapdoor as well, you can see that it's basically. It was very light when you lifted it. Solid wood, but it was very light when you lifted it. And what you can see is there's just like a bed of moss covering the outside of the trapdoor. So as soon as you put it back down, it just looks perfectly like it's part of the forest floor.
Yeah. So
Clever.
they don't need to be like lifted out of it or anything like that. Okay.
Clever. That is an impressive camouflage.
Oriana's got a pipe lit and walking towards the tower.
Yeah. Ace is
We're
happy
near
to
the
move
tower,
on
yes?
knowing that
You're about a
Sepsis
mile
will be
away.
able to
You
follow.
can see it up, and it's going to be a uphill walk
We should
through dense
progress.
forest.
Carefully.
Mm.
You know, things live in these forests that are less than friendly, like
Yeah.
dire wolves.
Oh, there's a siren going on.
And you hear the howls of a wolf off in the
Okay.
distance.
That was a
Shit,
fire
I think
engine
that- I
going
think
to
we
the
should
north.
Nice. Remember I grew up in the forest.
Yeah.
So stealthy.
That's
So
pretty much how I fell asleep at night was to that noise.
Yes, but I don't want to get eaten by it.
I am not a stealthy person.
I'm fairly
Sepsis.
stealthy.
Yes.
16.
16.
When they
You've got disadvantage.
when they've moved away from the trapdoor,
Oh, do I?
I'm trying to keep.
do I have to
same
roll
sort of-
again?
Let's say I
Plus
try
one.
and keep a 90-foot
Plus one.
distance back from
My
them, so they're
armor
well
is
within my target.
currently Joan Mel.
Disadvantage.
Okay.
I'm also,
Yeah, it's still
if
3.
we're heading into the forest, I'm going to be keeping an eye out for poisonous snakes because I can kind of talk to them.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I just like passively, I'm always keeping an eye out for poisonous snakes.
I mean, sure. Because
What's your
chaos.
passive perception?
Low.
Low.
9.
Low.
I mean, when I say passively, I mean actively.
Yeah.
I am actively seeking snakes.
Okay.
That's kind of Sepsis' whole Tinder bio.
I need you
Actively
to.
seeking snake.
I need you to roll me a. Everyone roll me a perception check. Everyone
Natural
roll me a
20.
perception check.
Sorry.
14. Natural 20.
Nice.
14.
11.
11.
Okay. The
Hope
three of you.
snakes aren't stealthy.
The three of you moving off ahead.
Very clunkily, not very stealthily.
You get about a quarter of a mile into the forest, and Ace, suddenly you perk up and you just stop because you can hear the crunch of soft fairy footfalls.
Yeah.
And
So
just
I make everyone sort of stop.
just ahead, you are downwind of what looks to be two direwolves as they stalk through the forest.
I'm just gonna very like softly go direwolves to the group.
Bloody dogs. I try and hide.
Okay. They're about
I-
100 feet off.
Yeah, I try to hide.
In the moonlight, you can just see them. You try to hide. Roll stealth.
Okay.
I don't want to.
I'm going to roll with disadvantage.
No. I rolled a 7.
I rolled a 6.
Yes, you disadvantage on all stealth rolls.
Yep,
19.
I did.
Okay, so good for you.
Live in the damn woods.
Now you've all had your attention drawn to them, you can tell they don't really know you're there.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
we
you can
just
hide
sort
all
of-
you want, but they never noticed you.
Yeah. So we'll try and proceed
They've
as
noticed us
stealthily
now.
as we can.
So stealthy progression.
Mm-hmm.
And you watch them as they move off.
Oh, okay. Despite my complete lack of stealth.
Should we continue towards the ivy
You
tower?
do not currently find any snakes on the way. You do, however, see that as you progress, they have all stopped. So you have caught up to them slightly.
Yeah.
If you want to stop as well.
Yeah, I want to keep them 90 feet ahead of me.
And you continue.
I feel like he's a puppy. You need to put food out and sort of tempt him in with interesting mushrooms.
I want everyone to roll me another perception check for your next roll.
Okay. Oh, no, better. 18.
That was a 9.
5.
Also 5.
Okay, I did okay this time.
You see,
It was the chair.
It's the chair. It's totally the chair.
it was absolutely the chair. You see,
Do squeak.
again, as you're moving, another lone direwolf. This one is skinnier than the rest.
Aww.
What kind of loans is he offering? what's the interest rate?
Are we unsecured?
Really low
Yeah.
interest rate.
No interest rate, but unsecured.
Oh,
No, that's what you want.
yeah. You're right, that is what I want.
Yeah.
Cool, I'm going to buy me a tavern.
What do you want to do?
So does it look sickly or?
It looks undernourished.
Can you tame a direwolf?
I can try.
I'm not that great with animal handling.
I'm not sure how
Okay,
you would like
I'm
it.
gonna try and approach it because I'm
Oh
a
my
soft
god,
lead.
bleeding hearts. This is a terrible idea. I was kidding. Ace, no. Shit.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Okay.
Yay, doggy,
So
give
you
her
approach the
trouble.
dial.
No.
Stealthily.
stealthily, yeah.
Okay.
So
Roll
I'll
a
do-
stealth check.
Okay, so that's 16 to stealth?
Have you done that with disadvantage?
Yes.
Yeah. 16 to stealth, yeah.
The direwolf does not notice your approach.
Okay.
How close do you want to get?
I'm gonna do like an animal handling thing and try and stay low and get fairly close to it. Like a safe distance, but enough that it'll see
What
me.
the hell is a safe distance from a direwolf?
40 feet.
And then
Don't get within 40.
use like roll animal handling now just to try and sort of
Tame it.
tame it.
Okay.
That was an 8. No, 9 actually, sorry. With that.
I do not like what's going on there at all.
As you basically lean forward and go, who's your good boy?
Me and
The
Ariana
direwolf
are leaning on each other going,
turns,
Yeah,
snarls at you,
yeah,
sees that there are 3 of you,
yeah.
and scarpers off into it.
Okay.
bye doggy.
I'm gonna look very defeated and then carry on towards the ivy tower.
Sepsis is muttering to themselves. What? This is supposed to protect me. This is stupid. I'm trying to get even.
You've moved half a
I
mile.
was expelled.
Another perception check, please.
Okay.
16.
18 again.
13.
13, 16,
18.
18.
18, 19.
Okay.
Oriana,
Mm-hmm.
you notice up ahead there's a tree that does not seem to be acting as trees do. It's almost as if the bark is shifting and moving. And as you stare more closely at it, what you know to be from the books you've read, a dryad steps out of the tree.
No, last time we met dryads, it went badly.
It's not looking at you. It's basically just dancing around the tree and it's stroking it as it goes. And
Phallic.
eventually it melds into the tree and the tree is still.
How far away is the tree?
About 50 feet ahead.
I walk up to it and put my hand on it.
Okay.
Just touch the tree.
So to my perspective, Ariana has just walked up to a tree and petted it. Are you all fucking nuts?
A hand, exactly where yours is, comes out and links through all your fingers and just holds your hand softly.
Hello. I just squeeze and hold it back.
And it squeezes it twice and then releases and goes back into the tree.
Cool tree.
Ace is very confused.
Hippies.
Currently Ace and Dice are looking at her like she smoked too much of that fucking pipe.
Yeah. she had. Those were definitely drugs.
I offer the pipe to the tree.
She's not
It's no response.
You know her better. She's
Sepsis.
not married.
Yeah.
She's always
As you go.
It's weird.
Okay.
You hear a hiss
No, she's not.
from the ground below you.
No.
And looking up at you, just kind of rearing
Just like
back, tasting the air, is an adder.
Hey! My
Now
best
what are you
friend.
going to
It's a
do?
beautiful dark mottled green and brown, and it just kind of stares at you. Doesn't bare its teeth or anything, but it tastes the air and it seems to be content that you are no threat to it.
I cast Animal Friendship, which I can do at will on poisonous snakes.
Can you read the spell out for me?
This spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration, which is 24 hours. If you or one of your companions harms the target, the spell ends.
Okay. Let me just grab the stats for a snake I didn't know you were going to look for.
So what I'm doing here, I'll just describe what I do while you're
Looking for
while
snake.
you're
Give
looking.
those stats.
I'm holding out my arcane focus, which is a snake's skull in amber, and just singing a very odd, very old song
You make the weirdest characters, dude.
in a really low whisper.
I know, I missed 6.
There you go.
Miss X.
Okay, so wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
You miss 6. I miss 6. I loved
It's
6.
going to be a 12.
Yeah, the DC was 13. The snake is my bestie.
The snake is absolutely your bestie.
Is your friend.
Snake friends.
You now have a tiny poisonous snake.
Hey! And I put my hand out to it and let it slither up my
I thought you were going
up
to
my
ask
sleeve.
me.
And it basically slithers up your sleeve and wraps itself around your neck and is just kind of tasting the
I
air
wanted
around
to
your head.
poke its head out of my hood,
It does.
and I followed. I get a little bit closer. I'll get within 60 feet because I'm feeling a little happy now that I have a snake. friend.
How long do you stay friends with them for?
24 hours.
Oh.
That's pretty good.
What, will it betray you immediately? Or?
It doesn't say. So it's not like Friends.
Yeah.
It's like it's there suddenly. It's like, it's been 24 hours. It wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
So it's not like Charmed.
No, it's not like the spell Friends that specifically says at the end the target knows that you did something and becomes hostile. It just
Yeah.
is charmed for the duration and then it isn't.
Okay.
But believe me when I say I'm going to cast it again.
If it doesn't work,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
going
we
to
do it at
the
will,
snake.
Yeah.
Are we going to witness you yeet a snake if it fails?
I think like Sepsis is probably confident in their ability to not be murdered by a snake.
Be gone, snake.
I think
Yeah, because he's immune to poison. What you do is try to hit a boa constrictor.
Well, it's specifically on poisonous
I know.
snakes. I can do it. So, yeah, cool. So, like I say, I'll get within 60 feet of them now because I'm feeling a little happier and more
Because
confident.
you've got a snake.
Because I have a snake friend.
I tried to suppress a yawn, it went really badly.
Yeah, you sounded like you choked on a yawn.
It please.
Would you like some lemonade?
Now, at least one of you, almost definitely Oriana, because someone once told her when she was a child, don't go there, it's dangerous, has approached the Ivy Tower before. Leading you up this part of the hill, you've come around now the only accessible route to the part of the Ivy Tower, the side that is collapsed. And you can see reflected on the inside of the tower, which probably couldn't be seen then from the town, that there is firelight in the tower.
In the tyre. There's a tyre fire.
There is a tyre fire in the tower.
There's a tyre fire. It's like The Simpsons. We're in Springfield.
The
guys.
endless tire fire.
That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get to the top and it's just.
We're gonna get sued by Daniel.
Did you write that?
Not
Yeah.
a sponsor.
Yeah, not sponsored by The Simpsons. Thank you for
Not
clarifying.
sponsored by Daniel.
This stream with 2 people watching it is not sponsored by The
There
Simpsons.
are 6 people watching it.
Yeah, like 4 of them are us.
Also, there's 11 people in the chat.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, carry on. Focus, people.
Not pressure suddenly.
We're famous.
Dialed up to 11.
They love me.
Okay. How do you want to approach the tower?
I walk
With
on it.
stealth.
I've hung around you before.
Although-
I'm going on it.
Move in on.
I will
We were
also
told
walk
to come
out
here, so-
because I'm trying to keep up with Oriana and stop her getting killed.
Okay, I'm gonna.
We were
I've got a
told
9
to
on
come
stealth
here.
there, dude.
Plus,
I-
I've hung out here before. It's really not as bad as the adults make it out to be.
The adults.
I say to the snake, I told you they were idiots.
Yeah.
You okay then, really?
Yeah. My wrist just did something really weird. It's fine. Carry on.
Good.
I just trapped
I'm
something.
familiar with that.
That sucks.
As you approach, you see that the one side of the tower that hasn't collapsed. This tower used to be almost 60 feet tall.
Is the tower made of wood?
No, the tower is made of
You are
stone.
not setting it on fire.
You
I'm
can
gonna set
see.
every structure in this game on fire.
You can see as you approach as well the holes where wooden floors used to be, but they've long since collapsed or been taken to use for firewood. And as you approach, you see one remaining stone archway leading into this side of the building, and you can see the firelight much clearer inside. However, the fire is blocked out by a hooded shape, sitting with its back to you.
Hello?
It's in Nazgul.
No.
You
Hello?
see the hood.
J.R.R. Tolkien.
You see the hood kind of moves to one side, and you see like a nose pointing out of it.
A big nose, a small nose, a round nose, a bulbous nose, a red nose?
A gnome nose.
No nose.
A nose. And as it happens, you see the hood kind of gesture. You see the hood kind of gesture, beckon you in.
I go in.
Mm-hmm.
This is where Gruff told us to go. I trust Gruff. So,
Face.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
you'll follow him.
I'm going to send the snake in
And what
to
does the weirdo
do a
do?
recce and then come back to me and
Can I
give
see
me
the
some
snake?
sort of weird snake indication of whether it's safe.
Can you talk to snakes?
Sort of.
Okay. Ish.
There is a man there in a finely made, it's a finely made cloak of kind of oilcloth.
Is it
Yeah.
the man we have met?
And you're not quite sure the hood is pulled over his head.
Does the nose look familiar?
But he has a battered and worn scabbard at his side with a beautifully bejeweled sword stuck into it.
Male, female, indeterminate?
You're not quite sure yet.
Indeterminate.
Hello, friend.
Hello,
The
person.
fire for a moment has ruined your night vision. The snake, however, doesn't need night vision. So the snake slithers its way in, and it looks around, comes back.
Is it safe? Hiss once for yes, twice for no.
That's the most confused sounding snake I've ever seen.
Okay. How many adults? Hiss once for every adult in there.
It has
Okay, good job. And I let it crawl up my sleeve.
Let it do a snug.
I'm going to very cautiously approach the door until I'm close enough to listen at the opening.
Okay.
You're going to ask me to roll stealth because it's been going real well so
If you want
far.
12. Okay.
I mean, you do better than me with stealth.
Marginally.
I'm a clunky.
As I'm sure you now all can hear me,
Hello.
Graph.
and he pulls the hood back,
Yeah.
and it's a man. At first glance, you've never seen him before.
Mm.
To you, he looks about 50.
Mm.
To you, he looks about 30. To you, he looks attractive.
That doesn't take much.
He's got kind of dark auburn red hair,
It's
but
you.
going very grey.
It's you.
Kind of Tony Stark beard,
It's you with less beard.
which is almost all grey apart from like a ginger moustache. And
We snatched.
he's got lots of packs next to him. But as you stare like kind of closer at him, there is a little bit of recognition there in like the shape of his jaw and the nose and the eyebrows, as the stoneworkers in Nidum were actually very good at capturing likeness in stone, and this is a face you have seen almost every day of your lives walking through the centre of the town, because there is a statue of this man there.
This is the Lord of Nidum.
Mhm.
Okay.
And his name is? I would know this. I would
Is it-
not know this?
It didn't have like a plaque or anything. Just
Not
That
one
is-
that, not one
just
that
his
had been-
likeness.
That statue had been there for a very long time.
Okay.
Is
Your-
Ace is going to sort of recognise him from the statue and just take a knee and be like,
Your
"Your lord."
statue.
Well, aren't you interesting?
You're our lord.
I am. And I am sorry I have not been seen about of late.
Elf? Human?
He looks human.
He looks human. No. Okay.
He looks human as far as you can tell.
How old are you?
That's probably considered rude, Ariana.
Yeah.
Look, not all of us live for an incredibly long time.
I'm human.
Yeah.
I live less time than you. I don't know what that accent was, but it's not the one I had. So.
I am older than my teeth and younger than my eyes.
Alright.
I am Marcus, Lord of Nidum and owner of these lands and the founder of your little town.
Interesting. It's a
And
pleasure to
that's a
meet you.
confusing statement, because Nidum has been there for at least 200 years.
You are not human.
I was the last time I checked.
But you're...
There's other things that keep people alive for longer than they should be.
There are more things in heaven and earth.
No, don't do that. Does he have little pointy teeth? It's Altair back from later.
He smiles. And no. But the
But
smile is a sad smile.
Mm.
It has come to my attention that we may have done all of you a disservice.
The children in general or just our group?
I think the children in general. This was bound to happen one day, and you were all ill prepared for what comes next.
What comes next?
You are exiled. You must leave Nidum and never return, for if you do and they find you here, then there are no amount of deceptions or lies or illusions that will stop them from burning this town and everything I have tried to build.
Why do they want to
To the
build
ground.
that? Why does it have to stay hidden?
So many things we could tell you. Tomorrow would have been the day, but
Technically it is tomorrow.
not quite yet. It's not midnight, and he looks up at the moon.
So, we can never return. My parents are there.
What about power?
I actually like my parents.
and they.
Granny would be glad to see me go.
Oh,
I
that is
think
not
you'll find you do your granny a disservice.
Oh no, not in that sense.
with the peace and quiet.
Granny's wanted me out of the town for the longest time.
Well, I don't know much about that. I haven't been home in a while, but, well, apart from tonight. I have some things for you all.
Thank you.
And he hands, or passes packs over to you, in which are all of your favourite items, favourite weapons.
Nice.
You have a shield with the symbol on it. Slightly finer make than the one you had previously, but still with your father's mark inside. That was to be a gift on your neck, on your truth day.
Will he know where I've gone? That I'm safe.
Safe is another
He will
statement.
know. He knows why you have to leave.
We were attacked.
Essentially.
Unfortunately,
defending-
you were in the wrong place at the wrong time. You were not attacked.
No, I
Elven princes tend to be very impetuous.
We were attacked by direwolves.
Young boys tend to be in general.
Those direwolves were the property of the prince regent of these lands. They were looking after his son, prince in waiting, and they were not so much chasing him as following at a safe distance. Unfortunately, they broke into a clearing and smelled humans. I am sorry.
Okay, we've not been outside of Nidum
Ever.
Which is the disservice of which I speak.
What is their issue with humans?
What is the truth that we were supposed to learn?
Because it's not very often that I get treated better than a human.
The elves are in charge. Everywhere as close to here as matters to you. And unfortunately, a lie perpetuates in the kingdoms of the elves that thousands of years ago the humans made the wrong choice and sundered magic. Broke it. So the elves took over, said that humans were children and that they could not be trusted to rule. So the elves were in their benevolence, and I'm sure in the beginning benevolence was their intent. But they have not been benevolent in these last 1,000 years or so. You are second-class citizens. Cattle, property, to many of them. I have not yet met an elf who does not consider you so.
That's just rude.
You must be cautious in the world outside Nidum.
I can make myself look like an elf at any point. It is not a massive issue.
It's
And
not
then-
as they could see through it.
Ace, we will figure out at another point, I suppose.
You will be much safer, looking as you do, but you will be an anomaly. For you are a true-born, first-generation tiefling. You can tell by the curvature of your horns and your height.
I've never seen another tiefling before.
And you may never see many in the lands hereabout as tiefling as you.
Okay.
There have been...
Well, now I know Granny didn't find me under a rock.
That's the story she told me the last time I visited.
Oh, I've been found under a rock, part of a deal, fallen under some moss.
One in
She
the
grew
chess
me
game.
in a pot.
One in
in
the
the
chess
game.
This is also true life stuff about Charlie's real life mum.
This is legit stuff my own mother has told me.
Martin on an ash tip.
Yeah, an ash tip, left on the doorstep, found in the river.
Coal mine?
Hmm?
Coal mine?
Coal mine.
Yes.
My friend Grace's
It's
sister.
even more hilarious when I am the carbon copy of my mother.
My friend Grace's sister told them that they were adopted from China.
Are they Chinese?
Not even Roman.
Okay. Surprise! Look, Marcus, I'm sorry.
So I'm just going to point out there's a lot of people in the chat now
They
going
love
on.
your
They're
beard.
invested purely for your beard.
They really like your beard. Marcus, under what circumstances could we return to Nidum? I know it's very unlikely, but if we could remove any criticism against us in particular, perhaps we could return home.
Why would we want to?
Because I like my family. They mean a lot to me. They have raised me their entire lives. I miss the people who taught me.
It stays.
Make a new one?
Make a new family. The people who raised me from when I was a tiny baby, just make a new one, that's fine.
That's what happened to me.
It will be safer for them if you stay away for a long time.
I don't want to put Potter in danger.
I am sorry, Dice. But your parents travelled from their home country here because
And
I offered them safe haven from the
well, I see how well that
terrors
extends
of
to
staying at
Richard.
home.
Okay. There is nothing I can do for now. But I will
They
find a
had
way.
been through a lot before you were born. Do not take that safety away from them.
I have no intention of taking their safety away. I would only return if I felt that
I
there
would
was
have said
no risk to Nidum.
one day perhaps. I would have said you could wait until morning for them to discover that you had left, but unfortunately it seems someone, and he kind of cocks his head over his shoulder, doesn't actually look at Sepsis, but looks back at you all. It seems someone has set fire to my wine cellar and storage.
Oh, God has preserved me. Why would you do such a stupid
We
thing?
can't see him, we don't know them. We can't see them, we don't know they're there.
Marcus
Roll me
has
a
looked back
perception
and
check.
just said,
Me roll a perception check?
Just you.
19.
19? You hear two growls behind you.
Uh-oh.
How close?
Oh,
How close are these grounds?
like you can feel the breath in your back.
Just a cloak with little feet sticking at the bottom going,
As in, like, they are close enough to attack me.
Do you turn?
Do you call out?
Do I turn? Sure.
There are two hungry-looking direwolves standing there.
Uh-huh.
Not aggressive, but just standing there.
Right. They're just standing there looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
Can I hear anything?
They're about 10 feet away.
10 feet away.
don't let them sound the humans.
Okay. Are they also wearing collars?
No. Pay them no mind. They're here at my request. He doesn't even look. You must, and forgive me, I mean no.
I'll come into the tower.
I mean no.
Hello, what's this?
I mean nothing untoward when I ask this. You must give me all of your clothes.
Ariana is just far too keen. Like, alright. Just strips off.
All of your clothes.
Do you have
You can
others
keep
for
your
us?
armor.
Or it will get a little chilly.
I do.
Okay.
Anything.
Yeah, Ariana, far too keen. Straight off, stays at Ace for a bit, like, alright. Keeps on going.
It's
You
okay,
basically
it's okay.
kind
It's
of
okay. It's okay.
Burying themselves
pulls
like a
out,
turtle
like,
in their
traveling.
armor.
Traveling, hardy traveling clothes for everyone.
Okay.
And
Actually,
you
that's
should-
quite a lot
very
of
sheepish.
Sepsis is thinking no move
I hope
at
not.
all towards taking their clothes.
Yeah.
I am
Like,
to.
use a privacy kitten.
I'm going to tie them in bundles to the back of these direwolves. And as you stare now at the eyes of the direwolves, they are just clouded over. There's no. They look hungry, but there's no. They're not looking at you. There's no real sense that you're there. They're just.
So the lights aren't even on, let alone nobody being home.
Lights are on, but no one's home.
If you want this cloak off me, you have to kill me for it.
You may.
Ghost. No daughters.
I have no wish to kill you.
Well then, this cloak stays on.
Do you know the it's been so long, prestidigitation cantrip?
Sepsis doesn't say anything.
Can you remove your scent from that cloak?
Smallest nod.
Then do so and you may keep it.
I do.
So you just...
Yeah.
Okay.
But not in that way.
Okay.
It's very
Subtle.
minor motions, yeah.
What is happening? I'm sorry.
And
Ariana's in the middle of changing goes, oh, I could have done that.
Sepsis
Cards on stripping.
Sepsis is using prestidigitation to remove their scent from the cloak.
So you can keep the cloak.
They
Can keep.
You'll get it
He will
eventually.
get there. It's okay. It's a new campaign.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
time.
We will
This
get
is our first day
Yep.
for the new one.
And
did we get? Sorry, I'm sure we did. Did we get the Lord's name?
Marcus.
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 So, which way do we head?
if you head directly north from here, you will get to the... It'll be a long, wide path that looks as if it's been beaten down by 1,000 large animal tracks and ruts of a cart, a huge cart. This is the tracks of the land train.
What the hell is a land train?
If you ever see one, hope you are not in front of it. Once you find those tracks, you can travel west along them, or east. If you travel slightly further north, you will find the ruins of the old abbey and the Hemfor, which is a great road for those that cannot afford to travel or ship their goods on the land train. It connects the Elven Kingdom in the east, the prince's main city, to his outpost here in the west.
Do you have a map of the area anywhere that we can go next? Where should we go? What are we supposed to do? Where?
We can go north and follow the road.
Right, but what does that lead us to? Sorry.
Dice.
If you go...
Adventure is great, but I would rather not, end up smushed in an elf sandwich. You would like that.
There are... I'll be truthful, there are human... I suppose you could call it a town to the east. It is it's the town of Talporth, but it's a mining town, a town of industry. Humans are used there as workers. They are not technically classed as slaves, but I've seen slaves that live better.
You're really selling
You
it.
will not be easily missed in that town, being as clean and healthy as you are.
Ace would not.
If you travel west first, I have a contact in the great city of Tau. It's not an elven city, it is a city of all other races, all manner of creatures. You are looking for a half-orc,
Okay. By the name of
Melkar the Slayer.
Melkar the Slayer.
Yes, do not worry, he has not actually slayed anything in a very long time.
He sounds very friendly.
Retired?
His,
Retired Slayer.
do not judge a book by its cover.
Do not judge Lethal Weapon by Danny Glover.
Excellent reference. Best reference in the night. Yes, please. Thank you. Excellent. I love Dance Actors previous bit.
Thank you. I did not expect anyone to know what this was.
I saw them live in Cardiff.
So did I, at the Union.
No, I saw them at the Globe.
This was years ago, but anyway, we'll come back to that later.
He He is in he owns a tavern, actually called the Workplace.
Okay. A tavern called the Workplace.
Yes, he used to joke that his patrons would tell their better halves, I'll be in the workplace late tonight, darling, don't expect me home.
What?
Oh,
Sorry,
wonderful.
I'm just catching up note-wise.
It's actually quite clever.
Place.
What's the town to the north and what's the town to the west? Sorry.
It's a town to the east
Oh, sorry.
called Talporth,
East is Telport.
We need to get
which
a
is a
map
city of
the world.
industry where
That was-
elves and other
We need to
races
get a
work
map.
humans.
Mm-hmm.
We need to find a map.
To the east
We need to
is
design a
the
map.
city of Tau.
City of what, sorry?
Tau.
Tau. T-A-U?
T-A-W.
Okay. West is the city of Tau. Where he has a contact called Malcor the Slayer.
Mm-hmm. It was a half-orc.
Mm-hmm.
Owns a tavern called the Workplace.
Yeah.
He is an old friend. He will explain much of this world that I do not have the time for tonight, for I must lead your tracks elsewhere.
I have one final question.
She's playing bingo.
And I have one final gift for you.
Ask.
And he passes you a pouch.
Just to Oriana?
It is from Granny.
Oh. I open the pouch.
Inside the pouch is a very soft, very supple leather cuff, like it's been worn a lot. It's very, very soft against the skin. But on top of it are two glass, like half spheres. On one is a moon. And you can see the moon is shimmering, and there is a hound which shows almost directly to the top. On the other, as you move your arm around, is another hand which spins, but it always seems to be pointing
It's a lithiometer.
in the same direction.
It's a compass and a watch.
It's very steampunk.
Your granny wished you to always know where you were, where you were going, and also
What motherfucking time it is?
when to eat.
Yeah.
Lunch and dinner seemed very important to her.
Wait, hang on, just hold up a second. You eat 2 meals a day?
How many do you eat?
Like,
I mean, if Granny's got anything to do with it, I eat about 10.
How many do you eat?
the same.
You tend to eat with us, though.
Mm-hmm.
I feed you for dinner.
Can I
Mm-hmm.
make an
I
insight
think-
check into the response the same as you? I just don't really believe them. I'm just curious. It's not an important insight check. I want to know.
Roll whichever score you prefer.
It's 13.
You believe me?
I believe you. Okay. All right.
Oh, my question.
Yes.
Granny mentioned something about outside of our town needing gold.
Uh,
We're going to need to get
yes.
hold
My
of.
last gift to you all. And he throws a pouch on the floor near some of you, in which you've heard of them, you've seen them before, it's just no one really had need of them. There are
Need them.
some gold, some silver
Didn't need
coins,
them.
on which are printed, from what you can see, Elvish script. It's kind of worn, you can't really make out what it would be, even with the simple kind of Elvish phrases you know. But there is the stylized, printed profile of an elf on
Okay.
each one of the coins.
And how many coins?
There's enough that it's about, say, 10 gold each,
Okay.
Okay.
5 of which is in gold, the rest in silver.
All right. I will add that later. That's not urgent. All right. Well. So we need to go immediately.
Passage into the city of Tau will be difficult.
Okay.
There may be... You may have need of that gold to buy your way in, or if you can find another way past the walls, past the gate over the bridge. Elves guard the entrance, but once you're inside...
How far is it again? How many days travel?
How many days travel? You could probably, if you kept to the Hemfor Road, or...
The what road?
The Hemfor.
The Hemfor Road.
Or the land train track. Maybe half a day.
Okay. That's not bad.
Not far.
Well, we are well rested. And apparently we've recently set fire to a building. So that happened.
You cannot enter the city at night.
That's okay, it's night time now. By the time we get there, it
It
should
should
be
Are we
daytime.
safe to rest here?
This place should be safe until daybreak, but
I'm not that tired.
No,
I-
we've rested.
yeah,
we
we're
might as well
okay.
get a move on. We'll get to the town by daybreak.
Yeah.
Have we decided we're going to Tau and not to Tarpon?
I think so.
The city to the north sounds interesting. I would like to meet this half-orc.
west.
What did I
West.
say?
North.
North. I would like to go to the city to the west. It sounds
It
interesting.
sounds like we can get help there before.
Help for what? What are we going to do? What are we aiming for? What is our next purpose?
Live our lives.
Right. That's vague.
We will meet again, I'm sure.
Less comforting than you might think. Please don't be offended, but this is not the most pleasant meeting I have ever had with someone.
I am sorry for that.
It's not your fault. Though I like elves less than I did. Again, no offense if you are secretly an elf.
No, I am not. Though there are some of elven kind that you may find more to your liking. You've not met a drow yet.
I don't know what a drow is.
You do.
I do.
Mm.
Okay, I do.
From the small histories you've got,
I was going to raise my hand and ask what a drow is.
So what's a drow?
you possibly not so much.
Yeah.
No, you speak Undercommon.
I super do.
Yeah, you definitely know what a drow
Yeah.
is from your studies. A
speak
drow is a couple of thousand years ago, around about the time that he's speaking about, when the elves took over. There was a sundering, elves who disagreed. And from what you can tell, most of the history books basically say that the elves kicked the drow out because they wanted to subjugate humanity.
You know, the drow? No, the elves. I like them less and less.
Anything you've heard of them is... Well, not anything you've heard of them. Some of what you've heard of them is a lie. They are still ruthless. But do not count all of elvenkind out yet.
I'm just saying, so far, not so good. We'll see. That's all I can do.
Do
is
not
wait
judge.
and see.
Every book by its cover.
We'll see.
Thank you for the platitudes.
I have more to offer
Sepsis, I
you.
like you more.
Sepsis.
More platitudes?
If I had known how far he had fallen, I would not have stood for it. I am sorry that I did not return sooner.
I pet my hair squirrel.
Sepsis does not react to that at all. Stands perfectly still.
And everyone else is kind of like,
Yeah.
Huh?
Sort of confused. I'm sort of like checking back between you and like, you, like for
Okay.
reactions.
Okay, I
go with
guess.
my blessings.
Thank you.
Shall
You
we
can, if you have need in sometimes what might seem like the darkest of places, the most disreputable of places,
When we don't need to turn on the light.
One need only mention Nidum, and you may find you have more friends around you than you think.
But also don't mention it in the wrong place, because then...
Just don't say it to an elf.
I just want you.
Not
I just
always.
want to make sure you're aware that inside of their cloak, Sepsis has one hand on each dagger right now.
Sepsis is so aggressive. Okay, I think maybe we should begin walking, I suppose.
It's a lovely night.
Sepsis, are you joining us, or are you disappearing on your own into the woods?
Ace,
Mhm.
are you going with these people?
Yes. We don't seem to have much of a choice.
Safety in numbers.
Knowledge is power. And you remember this from the crest at Nidum, which is emblazoned everywhere.
I have as
Melkor the Slayer will give you knowledge. Melkor.
Melkor the Slayer is a good place to start.
Marcus, are you leaving first?
Yes. I need to lead your scent away from here and then return to town, because there are many more children that must be rehomed if they were to return.
Then go.
People must be rehomed? The other children? The small ones that were with us?
I will find a place for them. They will not be...
They can't go back to their parents. They weren't seen. They were not... They were not seen.
The town will be under much scrutiny for a while yet, and they must be rehomed until that scrutiny is gone. Fortunately, with you all moving away from the town,
We take
That's
the
good.
scrutiny with us.
that is my hope.
Okay, then we
I
will
am
go.
sorry to lay this burden on you all.
No, that I actually am more willing to do for other children, to protect other children, for children. To protect them, I will happily leave my home.
Ace is going to walk up to Marcus and grasp his hand and do like a little bow and then sort of walk away.
You are extraordinarily awkward.
Please do not do very, very well.
Oriana lights a pipe, takes a really long drag on it, winks at him and starts walking.
And I just wave and leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow them. I'm gonna very quietly tell my snake friend to follow 30 feet behind me and bite Marcus if he tries to follow us.
Marcus immediately gets up, steps out before you, takes the two dire wolves, and with a wave walks off into the night.
Okay. We start walking.
Cool.
So again, the snake following me. Because Sepsis firmly believes that he's going to go on one direction and then turn around and come after us.
I shove the pipe in your face. I just smoke this.
Doesn't work.
I smoke a whole bunch of the pipe.
It's different this time.
Smoke a whole bunch of the pipe.
So you're going to
I
live
think
in very
that
expensive-
Sepsis can get high. They're like drugs. They just, you know.
Yeah, this is Oriana's now sole goal is to find the right drug. Just try this one.
Try this.
Uh-huh.
Do it.
So, how far are we going to go west before we turn and go east to Talbot?
We are not. I am intending to go to the west to meet with Melkor. Not
I thought.
Oh.
I thought you were being smart.
Oh, you're a snide little creature, aren't you?
He thinks we're going to Tau, so if we go to Talbot, he won't know where we.
Calm down.
What happened to you to make you so suspicious?
What happened to you to make you so naive?
Trusting, not
Is it?
always naive.
Not always.
I'm not an idiot.
Okay. The adults, the way they treat people when there's no one else around, you understand. If he knows where we're going, we're in danger.
The adults in my life have never treated me badly.
No, I mean Nanny's hit me with a wooden spoon once or twice, but I mean I really deserved it.
And my parents have never hit me even once. The
Gnomes
gnomes I
only ever
worked
given
with,
me stern words.
the gnomes I worked with have always been kind. Apart from that time I set fire to half the workshop, then they were a little cross.
Oh, and even Granny came for you then.
Yeah, that wasn't the best week, I have to say. But no one has ever hurt me when other adults are not watching.
Sepsis is like, you gotta stop in the road for a moment to process this. Just like,
What
Are they okay?
monster do to you?
just sort of muttering to themselves, and then safety in numbers.
Safety in numbers.
Yes, that's right.
We will look out for you
Hey,
if you look out for us.
Except technically, we're all going to be adults at some point.
I am an adult, I am 18.
I'm 18, technically an adult.
And have we treated you badly since we met you?
He put me in danger. Let's go.
Yeah, but you... Yeah, okay. We'll go to the west, okay?
Go
Okay.
west, do 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 do, go west.
That is
You
fancy.
spoke this.
Maybe we're not singing while walking in the woods in the dark. Trying
Maybe
to
we
be-
are
Oriana
singing.
definitely is.
Maybe
I'm
we are a
gonna-
little stealthy?
Hang on. And I'll just wait for the snake to catch up.
Mhm.
Just
Can I
then
see the
back
snake?
up.
Did that just go up your I saw nothing.
There's a
Sepsis
50-50
holds their
chance
hand
that
out
wasn't
to you
real.
with a snake head in it.
Can I pet it?
I wouldn't, that's poisonous.
Yeah.
He bites.
Then I won't pet it. My squirrel does not bite.
My badger does.
Oh, honey is adorable.
He's never bitten you.
Is Honey still in the papoose?
Papoose.
Kind of gutted I didn't give you a direwolf now. They've all got pets.
I know. I was like, oh no. I rolled it and I was like, oh, I don't get a pet.
Under no circumstances does Sepsis consider this snake a pet.
It is his
I
friend.
mean,
It's-
there's no.
You
there's
could
no
badger
saying
sit,
that in the
honey.
future I didn't have a pet.
You can badger sit Honey.
Badger sitting.
Do you know how big this badger's gonna get? He's only
Yeah,
a baby at the moment.
Badgers are big.
Yeah, he's only a baby at the
They're hefty
moment.
boys.
Can I see your squirrel?
Of course.
I think that adders eat squirrels.
No. No. Go back in. Go back in. Go back in.
What is your squirrel's name?
She doesn't really have a name. She's a squirrel.
Squirrel. Honey has a name and she's a badger.
I have always called her squirrel.
I call the squirrel nuts.
Okay.
She's not nuts. She's just a
So
squirrel.
she nuts.
Yeah. You're nuts.
Well, yeah.
You're nuts and you're high as balls.
Is she a red squirrel? Because grey squirrels are technically invasive in Nidum.
Funny. She is of course a red squirrel, so she matches my hair. So she can hide.
Are you sure?
I love that this is the conversation we're having while
In,
walking
in,
through the
in,
night.
the, in the black and white of dark vision, you're now not actually quite sure whether it's just a really bad knot of her hair that looks like a
It's just
squirrel.
Like, really
Like a
Tail
dread,
occasionally sticks out
like
and
one,
disappears.
like one dread that she just pushes up every once in a while and pretends it's a twirl.
That looks like girls.
The snake could check.
Sepsis, please do not let your snake friend eat my squirrel. I'm quite fond of it and I have lost my entire family today, so I would like to keep my squirrel, please.
Sepsis looks at the snake. We're not friends.
Actually, I would say technically you very much are. As far as the snake's concerned.
The snake.
I don't know.
Have you had that up your sleeve the entire time?
No, it climbed up.
I mean, is it...
It's the first time I've seen this snake.
Okay.
I,
How long has Sepsis been living with you?
They don't live with me. They come in the morning.
How did you two meet?
I saw-
Yeah, I was stopping some kids from attacking a dog.
Oh.
What?
Wait, how long was that?
Like a couple of weeks ago.
Why have I never...
Were you the dog?
No.
No, of course not.
I visited you in the last couple of weeks. I never saw...
Yeah.
You're shifty.
No.
Sepsis is definitely a
I'm
little
definitely
shifty.
not. I'm very small.
Yeah, you are. You're all small.
Somewhat
They're
hard to
usually
shift
hanging
that.
out behind the counter. So
Sorry, how tall is Oriana?
6 foot.
Okay.
2 feet taller than Sepsis.
Yeah.
Sepsis is very small.
I'm not.
6 foot, not including the horns.
Sepsis tugs on Oriana's sleeve and just says, I'm not shifty. I'm no threat.
No, you're not a threat.
Okay.
I don't see you as a threat.
You're creepy sometimes, but you're not
No.
a threat.
No, I'm definitely not creepy.
No, you really...
Perhaps a little unsocialized.
Yeah.
No. I'm just
Have you
very...
spent much time with people your own age?
You spend time with me.
Yes, all the time. I'm very small. And I just need people to look after me, okay?
Well, we can do that, of course. I'm looking
Promise?
at him, looking at them with a definite
Oh.
face. Yes, I promise. I will do my very best to look after you.
Do I believe her?
Roll an insight check.
Oh, please. Dice's thing for the vulnerable.
5.
Are you telling the truth?
I'm telling the truth. I will do everything within my power to protect you.
Thank you.
That is okay. All right. I think we are on a bit more of a even keel now.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a little faith in us too, though.
Sepsis tugs Oriana's sleeve again. You're very big. Will you protect me as well? I'm very small.
You are. And I'll do what I can. But I also think you need to learn how to protect yourself.
Maybe I'll learn by watching all of you big strong people.
They did do the thing with the hand, with the wolves.
Yeah,
The cold hand.
you did. You did cold touch. Maybe you will learn. Don't learn from me.
Okay.
Apparently I'm a bad influence on people.
Just
Another rip.
Thank you.
Also, when I do the magic shit, it doesn't always work out right.
This is definitely true.
What
So
do you
far, so
mean
good.
by that? Just like...
As you are having this conversation progressing down the mountain, you do see off in the distance a small blaze. Like the
420 blazer.
manor isn't on fire.
Rihanna is.
The manor isn't like all aflame, but there is a small blaze on one side of it. It gives enough light, along with the moonlight, to see the rest of the town, and you can see torches being carried by people as they form a chain to try and put the fire out.
Also, perhaps we don't set fire to any more places as we leave.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Marcus said it was you.
That's not what I heard.
He
Marcus
definitely
said that someone set a fire.
someone set fire to the wine cellar
Yes.
and then pointed to the darkness, and then very shortly after you walked in. So I'm going to infer
I thought he was pointing at the dire wolves.
the direwolves did not set fire to the wine cellar.
You don't know that.
Direwolves
Let's-
cannot make fire.
Let's just leave it.
You can.
At. In future, none of us will set fire to anything unless it is decided as a group that we should set fire to it.
Fire by committee. Unless
Because
the
if we
distraction
do
thing
that-
with the shed. That's okay.
Because if we can do that, some others of us can do the precipitation thing as well.
Make bigger fire.
I didn't set fire to the manor.
Insight check.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you on that.
Are you assisting?
Yeah.
Can she
No,
assist?
no. With insight.
Yeah, I was going to say you
Right,
can't.
With,
Roll
Roll
in,
your
with
eyes.
insight,
Okay.
You
I
can't
don't.
really
I don't
assist,
think you
no.
can give advantage because it's your own perception
Yeah,
of
that-
that
no, I agree.
person.
Mine's 10.
Okay.
When's a second?
What did you roll?
You believe me.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah,
Okay.
alright.
I don't believe my little friend here. You can say hello to me anyway.
Listen. I didn't set fire to the manor.
You set fire to the wine cellar.
I didn't set fire. I didn't set any fires.
Mm-hmm.
If the people inside the manor were smart and they were giving drugged wine to the elves, then someone set a fire in the basement where there was wood. Then what the smart people in the manor would have done is left all the elves in there, drugged with
They
wine,
can't.
and then the smoke would have made them very, very sluggish, and then they would have all died, and there wouldn't be a problem. And anyone who helped those elves get out was very stupid, and whoever set that fire was very smart.
Sepsis?
Yes.
I think perhaps you have not thought this through. If the elves die in Nidum,
No one would know they were in Nidum. Because
Probably.
who was going to report that they were there if they were
the
all
four
dead?
elves that watched them take us
Back to
with
Nidum.
They
Ruff.
were waiting outside the manor.
No, the other four returned. It was only the ones that came with us. There were several that were left in the woods
We
that
can
knew where
just-
they went.
I couldn't see it.
Let's just drop this conversation. It's happened. There's no point continuing with it. We'll just agree in future that if anyone wants to set fires or do anything that might be a bit shady, we discuss it as a group first.
I think we have to specify what constitutes shady, but we'll come to this later. Okay. Okay.
But once again,
You did not
For the
set the
record.
fire.
I didn't
You were
start
too
the fire.
small.
I'm just like, I pat you on the shoulder and like, I believe you, bud.
Okay.
It's always
small.
been burning since the world's been turning.
Sepsis, just promise me no setting fire to things without a committee opinion.
I
The
will-
committee being us.
We do things as a team now.
I will continue to not set fire to anything.
Thank you.
I pat you again on the shoulders.
I look at you with a bit more suspicion. But
I sort of sidle slightly behind Ace.
You eventually come to the river of Nidum.
we're not being that stealthy. I assume we're okay.
Attention is diverted. And as you come to the river, you know exactly where to find the main bridge to cross to the market town.
Okay.
You also know where the other bridges and fords further down river are, because you've used them many times yourself. And you cross with no issue. You pass the market town off to your right.
Which is not on fire.
Market town is deserted.
Mm.
It's only populated once on market day.
Mm.
On market day's been.
Okay.
And you
Should we try to find any supplies in the town market?
It's actually not a bad shout. We don't really have any food on us. We were given travelling clothes, but not. I think I have 5 days worth of food, maybe, but
You can
it's
certainly
it's
see
fair
what's
trail
stored.
rations, not anything.
I know how to get into a couple of the stalls.
It's worth having a look and see if anything was left, because I think they've packed up and gone back to home.
Mm.
What used to be home.
When you said I know how to get into some of the stores, imagine a little text popped up at the top left that said Sepsis will remember this.
Sepsis will remember this. In which case, yes. Wait, is there a bridge across to the market town?
you're already across.
Oh, are we? Okay.
already
I am. Yeah.
So
Okay.
we'll enter
Pay
the
attention.
market town then.
Yeah,
Do
we'll
you
go
want
in
to?
and just have a look and see if we can locate any food.
The market town is a very well kept, large walled town.
Mm.
There are 4 doors, large doors, separated into lanes in and out, so they can pass straight east to west, north to south. Any other stall then is built off. This town itself could easily accommodate the entire population of Nidum, but no one ever lives there.
For
There's no
obvious
room.
reasons now.
But it is very well maintained. The walls are almost clean white, like a plaster that has been put over them. But they're built of stone. The doors are huge in wood. Are you going to get in?
I could start.
Is there a lock on the door?
There's no lock on 3 of the doors because you know they are barred heavily from the inside.
Okay.
But the west door, which is
Mhm.
closest to the bridge that goes back
Yep.
over
The one we used to get in, I assume.
is locked.
Can I try
Okay.
and unlock it, please?
With your thieves' tools.
Yes.
You're proficient in thieves' tools.
You can use them even if you're not. You just can't have
I'm
proficiency.
pretty sure I'm... How do I check if I'm proficient?
It's on the right, sorry, on the left, at the bottom.
Yeah,
Tools and
tools.
proficiencies.
Calligrapher supplies, forgery kit, painter supplies, thieves' tools, tinker's tools, and vehicles land.
That's a lot of damn tools, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah,
Artificer.
yeah.
That's my job.
It was just-
So yes, I would like to use my thieves' tools to try and pick
Cool.
the lock.
Go for it.
What do I add to it?
It is your dex plus your proficiency.
So my dex
Dex bonus.
That's your
is plus
proficiency.
2. Plus 2 for that, so it's plus 4.
Yeah.
Come on. 13.
30. It's a very simple lock. It's quite large.
Hmm.
A huge old key. And it does open. You can open one of the doors.
Okay.
Should we go through?
We go in.
Seems like a
Um,
useful skill.
You've never been to this town when it was deserted, and it is eerie. It is a ghost town.
This town is coming like a ghost town.
This is not the
But
song I know.
you do know where most of the supply shops are.
Okay.
What do you want to look for?
Food, primarily.
Food?
Yes.
Travel rations, because they're dried, they're normally left in barrels inside the store. The stores are locked.
Is there any fresh fruit, vegetables, meat, anything, cured meats, things like that?
Fresh would have been taken back in barrels
Yeah,
across the...
perishable.
Here's a surprise for you. I am not looking for food.
What are you looking for?
Poisoning supplies.
Okay, there is an alchemist.
Sick.
shop.
I'm in the alchemist shop.
Okay.
If I can get in.
I want everyone to roll me an investigation score. All of the shops are basically like not securely locked.
I mean, I would just break one.
Investigation is going to be 10, 11, 12.
Ooh.
10, 12.
Imagine
Mine
that I
was
didn't
3.
roll absolute garbage on a check.
What was that?
I rolled a 19.
You rolled a 19.
A
Holy
19,
cow, Batman.
right?
Okay.
Imagine.
You find
Like a six-pack.
you find enough like trail rations, cured meats, that kind of thing. Good like twice baked hard. They're like twice baked hard breads, traveling bread.
Yeah.
Members bread.
No, not that. Which is basically shortbread, right? It's basically fucking shortbread.
it's not that
It's
sweet,
shortbread crossed with good berries because
Yeah.
it heals you and
Yeah.
and fills you up for
Is
an
it
entire.
But the stuff they were breaking inside those leaves
Yeah.
was shortbread biscuit.
Yeah. Seems like.
Sorry. Lambus, fucking Lambus bread.
Members bread, more like MacGuffin.
Have you got any more?
Please,
Food
sir.
ex machina.
So, you find enough trail rations to give each of you about 10 days worth of rations.
Is that on top? Obviously, that's on top of what we've already got.
Between the three of you, you find enough stuff.
Okay.
On top of what you've already got, so you can add another 10 to any
Ace
rations.
is just
you have.
nervously
Where's
looking around being like, this is stealing.
Are you lawful good?
She's a paladin!
That's such
That doesn't mean she's
That's
lawful
a-
good.
That's such a main character challenge.
You're a cleric. No, you're a cleric. You can do whatever you want. She's a paladin.
You're going to get us killed, or worse, expelled, or worse, exiled.
This is the thing.
Oh,
so
Jesus Christ.
Granny has her own.
Hang on, wait a minute.
Hold up.
Hold up.
Harry,
Are we talking about Harry Potter now?
Ron.
Hey!
Ron pulled.
Wait a minute, you're
Right.
Ginger.
I'm still deeply offended.
Hermione. And they brought Wormtail.
Weird choice.
Oh, hang on. No, wait a
Kiwi's just coming
minute.
with us.
Oh, skip in the
No.
Marauders.
Scabbers.
Got a better one. Alright, okay, cool.
He's right.
James,
Yeah.
Sirius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we
now
know
you've
Sirius
got it.
pose.
Serious fox. Like, if there's one takeaway quote from
Remus.
this stream, from this stream,
Wormtail.
if there is one takeaway
Or
quote
Peter,
from this
if we're gonna
stream,
go with
then I
him
want
now.
it to be this: serious fox.
Oh yeah, Sirius fuck.
That's what we know.
Serious stop my love. Serious fox.
Okay, but you do find so effectively 40 rations split between the four of you. Okay, so 10 more daily rations.
So
I have 20 now. I think I'm good.
I
for
don't know
many
how you
days.
feel about this because it has mechanical impact, and I should probably check with you before I say it. But like, I feel like sepsis eats a lot less than a person's worth of food because they're 4 foot tall and have been malnourished their entire life. So like, Yeah, that's just for in case like survival comes into this. Like sepsis will not be eating a day's worth of rations every day.
No, I'd say you had like those under half
Right.
in equivalent.
Yeah.
So if everyone else ran out of rations, you'd still have half as much left.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you are really little.
I was gonna say, Granny would have her own store in the market,
Mm-hmm.
which
You're going to rob your own grandmother. That's amazing.
Not
and I love
necessarily.
it.
So
Do
Ariana
that.
would work the store with her.
Mm-hmm.
Would she be able to go in and get a supply that she keeps hidden there?
Yeah.
So in the floorboards,
Getting weed.
there's more than just weed hidden in there. This is from Ariana's other dealings
Partying.
and her pack of tarot cards.
Oriana, the secret
Okay.
drug dealer.
She
So
grabs
basically,
those.
there's a pack of tarot cards and whips, chains, and
Yes.
kinky sex toys. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and other drugs.
Okay.
Chains and whips.
But I just like the idea that Ace walks in just as Ariana kicks up a floorboard and starts pulling stuff
she is.
onto the floor.
Or Rihanna.
Yeah, I'm Oriana, as in Ariana.
No, we were thinking Rihanna as in.
Oh, that too,
like,
yeah.
S&M.
S&M, yeah.
Chains
Come on,
and whips
boy.
excite me.
But yeah,
Come on. Sorry.
so yeah, I sort of get Ace's attention. I was like, I need to get something in here. I would kick the floorboard up and start pulling all of this dodgy shit out of the floor.
What do you do in your spare time?
It's like, Ace just sort of like side-eyes it. It's like, oh.
Swinging
I
a pair
wanna
of
see this.
swinging a pair of mandibles on my finger while I look for something.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Do
Just
you
walking out of the
currently
store.
have?
She's not going to
The
use the menu.
sepsis currently have alchemist supplies.
Probably.
Yes. Alchemy,
jeez.
alchemy kit and herbalism.
Probably.
Okay. Because you're not looking to get that, then I will say that investigating that shop with a 19, you find some misplaced vials,
Okay.
full vials that
Yeah.
were not taken back, and just they kind of rolled down and got stuck in between a cupboard and the wall, and you find 3 vials of poison.
Okay.
I'm a fiend.
When you get a chance to use your alchemist supplies to try and work out what they are, I will let you
Oh,
know.
my phone's down
Yeah.
there.
I'm probably going to try and make them a bit more potent.
Okay.
I can't read the chat from here.
It's good. It's interesting.
But like,
Okay.
We have new friends.
I'll do that later.
I'm glad.
And yeah, so
Okay,
so
that was a little psychotic. The
I know.
eyes.
so yeah, you gather up the supplies you want and need.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do we want to keep walking? I assume.
Keep on.
I take one of the cards out of my deck
Mm-hmm.
and leave it face down, sort of on the counter next to it,
Okay.
and then leave.
I assume my parents don't do anything in them. In fact, I know they don't, so it's okay. There is nothing I can do to send a message home, so we shall carry on.
Yeah.
And you lock the door behind you.
Wait a minute. Where's sepsis?
I come back.
Yeah.
I do find them again.
You lock the doors behind you.
I didn't find any food.
You didn't? I did. It's okay.
Oh, good.
Here. And I give you 10 days worth of rations. That's the one you leave.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the line across it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
New beginnings.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And yeah,
The card that Oriana left in the shop.
it's the most beautiful rendition. I love that.
It is beautiful. The death card.
Yeah.
And you leave Nidum behind.
Mm-hmm.
Your old lives.
A new beginning.
My sad song.
You walk a little to the north.
Sad Hulk music.
And you do find a long path. Hang on, because they really want you to see this thing. I haven't had the map one up in a while. Turn it around. Because I flipped the
Oh,
camera.
you flipped it.
Yeah.
There we go. It is pretty, and you can actually see on
Yeah,
there
move it
how
into the
beautiful
water.
it is.
It's
It's
all
so
shimmery.
Mm.
It's neat, apparently.
And you
It just
travel a bit further north. You do eventually break through the brush and the trees, and it's about 30 feet wide and stretches off east and west. And you can see, even in the moonlight, this long, long, long path to the west, and a long, to the east, and a long, long, long path to the west, stretching off into the horizon until you can't see any more until it could.
This is the one that the land train runs down.
And as you stare at the ground, you can see that the ground is battered and heavily worked by hoofed feet. There's possibly some claw marks there as well, but on each side there are, and they're about 10 foot wide easily, 2 huge ruts, and then another 2 huge ruts next to it. And then you can see from the tracks that some tracks are leading west, and then the other tracks are leading east.
So we go to the west, right?
Yeah. West is where the
West is where Malak?
Malcolm.
Malak.
the
Why do I keep forgetting his name?
Malcolm the Slayer.
Melkor!
I'm just
We
throwing
just
this
call
out
it
there
the
now.
Slayer.
So everyone
you guys
knows
will
I
learn.
am terrible at remembering names.
Yes, all of us. So
Oh.
bad.
So we actually had a thing in our last campaign, I just feel I should put this out there, that we had a character called Forgebane who would deliberately forget everyone's name. And then it became a thing, and I don't think we got anyone's name right for the next year.
Yeah.
And Rich wanted to kill us all.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, when
What
some
was
of them
our favourite
when some of them
one?
turned up for the last battle, each and every one of you got all of their names right.
The last
My-
battle was important,
Yeah,
Rich!
exactly.
My-
You were showing them respect.
My
On that day.
favourite Forgebane moment was the time that he convinced that guy his name was Jim when his name was actually Tim.
Yeah.
Because hey,
His
yeah,
own name was Jim.
because he convinced him that he's got the same name as his horse, and his horse's name was Jimothy.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jimothy the horse.
It was fantastic. Anyway,
Um,
we digress.
Yes.
That doesn't
We
sound
will
like
start. We digress a lot. We will start walking to the west.
Yep.
Right?
Okay, I'm just going to make one more. Just last time I'm going to mention it, but if we go east, no one will know where we are.
I know, but we're going west. No.
I just sort of like
Just massive puff of smoke
It's
goes
giving you a
out.
knowing look.
I think we're
like,
everything.
listen, we're gonna go this way.
But I understand your
So-
concerns.
Sepsis looks east for a real long time
Longingly.
before stays
Oh, right.
standing,
So you have to walk backwards.
looking to the east for a really long time before following to the west.
As you begin to walk west with your reluctance, you hear, and only you hear,
Oh, good lord.
a whisper in your ear, in your mind. Go west.
Go west.
If you build it, they will come.
Forewarned is forearmed, young one. And you recognize this voice.
Yes.
You've heard it speak before.
Oh.
Quite recently, in fact.
That's odd. You're odd.
All of us are just
Casually
travelling
wandering
along,
west.
casually, not caring the world, didn't know anything about these
We're
voices.
going west. We're going west.
Obviously, I'm the only one who didn't get the memo that we were all making nice, cheerful people for this party.
I mean, I made a
And
stoner.
Ariana's high.
if
Yeah.
anyone has an issue with it, I think we'll leave it there.
Yeah,
No,
I
that's
think that's
fine.
pretty
Perfect
tidy
timing.
spot to leave it.
Okay.
Cool.
I
Yeah.
have to be up early.
So,
because everything else-
Session 1.
I don't know what you just did, but that was
Neither do I.
distressing.
Session 1. Massive bag of nerves. Thank everyone who's.
Yeah.
I
Thank
don't
you
know.
guys
I don't
for
know.
watching with us.
I don't know how many
Thank
people are
you.
watching. It keeps going from
And
15 to
for
11.
chatting.
No, no,
too.
very
We
quickly.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you to the guy who dropped the raid into our stream. That was really appreciated, particularly for our first one. To
Yeah.
suddenly bring in
What do you
17
think to
people
do?
was really
Yeah,
alarming.
great. Sorry, I didn't tell you.
So thank you very much for that. That was a real surprise.
That was amazing. Thank you very much. Yes, so this will be a weekly thing. I know we don't have.
We don't have me next week.
I thought it was week
Week
after.
after.
No, it's
The
the first.
1st of
It's
December.
the
First of
week-
December, sorry.
week
That's the
after.
week
We got you the
after.
week
So
next
next
week,
week.
but not the week after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah,
So
that's
everyone-
the 1st of December.
Yeah.
is.
Everyone
Yeah.
next week, Obviously, there's going to be some weird stuff over Christmas. Probably not, actually. We'll probably just run it. Because Christmas falls in the middle of the week, so I
Yeah.
can't see it being an issue.
It would depend
Like,
for
I'm
us.
in-
I think we have a Christmas
Yeah, we
party
might
on Sunday.
Yeah.
For New Year's, I'm going to be in Ireland, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, how do you?
Acceptable!
No! Oh,
Um,
ducks.
But yeah,
Yes,
I hope everyone who watched enjoyed. Obviously, we're going to leave it on the Twitch and it will be on YouTube without the horrible
YouTube.
extended break in
Yeah.
the middle that I lied about and said it was only going to be 15 minutes and turned into like half an hour. Really sorry about that. But again, kids. But yeah, I'm
Living
hoping.
that parent life.
Yeah, Blue Box RPG. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Yes, thank you. Next
Next Sunday, 7 p.m.
Yes, next
Sunday,
Sunday,
7
7 p.m.
We have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and a website and a YouTube channel now.
We do indeed. The website's new, so it doesn't have much on it.
It
but
is.
You're welcome
The
to follow us
website
on
is
anything.
diceofthebeholder.com.
And we're Dice of the Beholder on every social media.
Yeah.
Apart from
Twitter,
Twitter, in
When
which
we're Beholder Dice.
Beholder
Yeah.
Dice, yes.
Gross.
At Beholder
I
Dice.
don't like it.
I can change it.
It's at Dice of the Beholder.
It'll
on
probably be at Dice of the Beholder by the end of the week.
Instagram.
It'll probably be that before the end of the stream.
It's Dice of the Beholder on YouTube. But we'll get there. So
I'm
keep
also hoping to turn it into a podcast, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Dice of the Beholder on Facebook. Please keep obviously sharing. Tell all your friends.
Also, any feedback, comments, greatly appreciated.
Yes.
Oh wait, no,
absolutely.
it's at Beholder Dice because I can't have the other one because it's too long.
Yes, that's why. So it's at Beholder Dice on Twitter.
But if you search Dice of the Beholder, it should still come up.
Yes, there will be many updates. Please go
Somebody
to
has
the website.
just started following us.
There we go.
Thank
Cool.
you guys.
Thanks,
Oh,
guys.
I'm on Instagram. Way!
Thank you very
Really
much, guys.
appreciate
And it wasn't even me this time.
Coming, and I hope you continue to follow us on this crazy journey that I haven't prepped in any way, shape, or form at all. That was completely on the fly. No, I've been really stressed about it. I've written so much.
This is why you're going grey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nothing to
Wow.
Wow, just call him out, innit?
I mean, it's
Guess
you're
who's
not
going to take
hiding it.
1,000 psychic examination next session?
Yeah.
Right, okay. But no, thank you very much, guys. And yeah, we love you. Stay safe.
See you next Sunday.
Thank you
Yeah.
guys.
Serious Fox.
Serious.